Hello, everybody, and welcome to the party. My name is Kevin. I am your game master for the night, your master of kobolds, and we will be playing a game of Kobolds Ate My Baby. This year, it is called Stew Year's Day, and so let's go around and introduce all the players. Let me look at my overlay real quick. All right, starting with Snecker. Introduce yourself. Tell us your character name and your name.
Uh, my name is Thorkia, and I am going to be playing Snecker, uh, little red kobold.
All right, and Glort.
Hi, my name is Fox Barrett, and I will be playing Glort, a little blue kobold.
All right, Flea.
Hello, I am Michael Wayne, he, she, they, and I will be playing Flea, heavily inspired by Mucha Lucha.
All right, and Yeeter.
Hello, I go by Ulfrig online, and I will be playing the little green kobold named Yeet.
All right, and Chaff.
Hi, I'm Michelle. I'll be playing, it looks like the gray kobold, Chaff.
White grayish, yes. So, once again, I've run Kobolds Ate My Babies before, and I got these adorable little kobold, 8-bit kind of kobold tokens from Dsirion on Roll20, who is one of our sponsors, and he has got a lot of great stuff, and I said every time I'd use him, I'd shout him out.
We should probably mention our sponsors real quick up at the top because it's a thing that.
Yeah.
Listen, Sean will yell at me.
Okay, and our other sponsors, Roll20, an amazing sponsor that we love. We also have So Nerdware, another great group run by an amazing dude and makes merch for us and is fantastic. And then we have Tabletop Loot, which has all your dice and whatever needs and related. And RueInc.com, Devin Rue's amazing maps, which are absolutely fantastic. And I can't recommend her stuff enough. Apparently, her Patreon is also very worth it for those who I know that have joined. All right.
Speaking of Patreon, we have one as well.
We also have a Patreon, where you will find some of our writing, some insider stuff, and earlier information. Listen, it's been more than a week since I've
we also
streamed
have a
game,
Discord.
so I've fallen apart.
Mention
We
the
also have a
Discord.
Discord where I spend a decent amount of time looking at other people's things people say.
Okay, you can do whatever you want now.
Yeah, and now I'm just gonna let Fox run the game. I'm just kidding.
Hi.
Thank
All
you for
hail
running the
King
stream,
Torg.
Fox. All
All
hail.
hail King Dorg.
Oh, hail King Torg!
It was a little
Hail
late.
the
Okay.
King!
All right, I'll let it fly. Okay, so Kobolds Ate My Babies is a madcap game of explosions and kobolds and your tiny little beasts trying to fight against the world. The town you are in is called Northwest Stewville.
Of course it is.
Sorry, sometimes I have to write down things so that when I reference them later, I will know what they were. And you are minions of the great and powerful King Torg.
All
All hail
King
King
Torg.
Torg.
Okay.
King!
Wait, what was that?
Hail the King!
Nope. Take a kobold horrible death check. Does not count.
Oh,
You
Yeah,
have to say it in full every time.
every time.
So, the players will be accumulating kobold horrible death checks, and every time they do, they tick one on their box, and then they roll for a kobold horrible death check. If they succeed, they continue to live. If they fail, we find out exactly what happens. So you've succeeded, you continue to live. So the Great King has amassed you all in his mighty cavern of feasts, and this time you'll notice the instead of last time you came here when it was just like a giant swimming pool, which also looked like a stew pot, this time you're happy enough to notice that it is benches and rafters for all the kobolds to sit on rather than being pushed into a pool, potentially stew.
Moving up in the world.
Yeah. The mighty king has welcomed you all here and says, "My minions, I hunger. And I have news. We have discovered new tunnels leading to the above world. And a great seer has foretold a prophecy of the temporal tot, a mighty baby
Tot or tart?
tot.
Like a tater tot.
I withdraw my question.
Very well. I am sending my most elite and potentially delicious team to the surface world. So, you will go up to the surface world of Stewville, and you will bring me this temporal tot. You will bring me sauces. You'll bring me spices. You will bring me champagne. You will bring me booze.
Ooh.
You will bring me something worthy for King Torg to drink from.
El King Tort.
King.
All hail
All
King
hail
Torg!
King Torg!
Torg.
It'll be. And bring me some other meats. Some appartifs. So, go, and if you do not succeed in this, you shall be at our feasts. Or something I haven't decided yet. Begone! And with that, all the other kobolds just go fleeing out. And you all line up to the little door that says tunnels to the surface in kobold.
Ooh. That's convenient.
There is a kobold there with a staff. He is known as Visor.
Hey,
And-
Pfizer.
Because he looks like Geordie LaForge?
Sure, he is wearing a Geordie LaForge visor and the hat, which is green, one of like the green poker like dealer hats. He is known as Visor. As the King's Visor, I will be guiding you in the basics of where you're going. So you're going up. Go up, take a left, take a right, take a left, right, take another right, go down, up, left, right. Press B, A, and then
I'm
select.
allergic to bees.
Well, okay, then I guess I'll just have you all take the stairs.
Thank you.
And he
Much
pushes
easier.
aside what looks to be a map of a complicated thing, and then just like opens a door where there's a set of stairs. He says, "All right, at the top of these stairs there's a fork. So all the good and winning kobolds should go to cave 1, and all the bad and evil kobolds should go to cave 2."
Can we eat things with a fork?
What if we don't know if we're bad or good?
What's
Then
a
you should-
fork?
It's
What
an
is it?
implement you use for eating babies.
Also tots.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Also, it's too big to lift. I don't know.
Well, what use is that fork then?
You have to lift with your knees.
Oh, we all gotta carry the fork.
Fork!
Even that's too heavy.
Fork
Well-
it. We'll figure it out.
All right, so you may select to place your kobolds at cave 1, which I now realize I accidentally didn't delete off the map, which I thought I did. So there's 2 cave 1s, you can put yourself in either, or cave 2 for bad kobolds. You may select your token and place it in the appropriate cave.
Baby, I'm the baddest kobold that ever lived.
Going to
Yes!
cave 2? All right, since you are all bad kobolds, you will be taking a horrible death check
No!
for failing at kobold.
This is bad?
It's as bad as it gets.
So for this one, we mark one and then just take a death check, or
Yep.
Yeah, mark 1 and roll. It is
Amazing.
very hard to explode on the first time.
But not impossible.
Not impossible if you've cheated. So you come up into this little town, all at the same point. You see next to you, the day is new. You hear a bunch of explosions as you climb up the tunnel. You hear what sounds like some kind of beasts and clanging and like the sound of battle, but you don't smell any blood. And then there's just big bursts of just thunderous things coming down through the tunnels. And then everything is quiet. And then you get to the top of the tunnels. And things are pretty quiet. There's a little bit of the river, uh, the river running past you, and there is Pot Lake right next to you, which is a giant lake, which they call Pot Lake. Next to you, there is also a giant farm with very high walls where you can't see through. They're thickly slated walls. Looking out, you also see a sign for a store. Do any of you speak or read or know anything about human language? No?
Humans
No
have
one
language?
speaks human?
I fought in a ring. Does that count?
No.
And no.
No. So there's a bunch of letters on this sign out front,
Looks like gibberish to me.
and there is a giant bird on the sign as well.
Can I eat the bird?
It
It's a
is
sign.
Is
part
it
of a
a
sign.
chicken?
It is way too big and long to be a chicken.
Mm.
It's a long
So-
chicken.
So now we're just gonna go straight into turns, because everything is done in turns. So every turn you can do like one or two things. We'll say two things, and then you can try to do more, but it penalizes you. So you can move up to, let's say, 3 squares is your standard. So we'll stick with that. So let's look and go counterclockwise for the sake of it. There we go. Starting with Snecker. Just gonna move up, and then you can do something, or you can try to move again. If you've got any skills, you can apply them,
Um,
or just cheat.
I mean, cheating's always the best option, but no, that's good.
So have you moved? I'm sorry, I'm gonna check a thing.
I have not. I was actually reading one of my skills real quick.
Gotcha. All right.
Never did find that
Uh,
fork though.
Yeah, you never did find that fork.
That's unfortunate.
Well, we went up the stairs, so we missed out on the fork.
That is true.
No,
None of
he
you
said
opted
he-
for the fork.
He said on the way up the stairs there was a fork.
Yeah.
There was a fork.
Did somebody eat the fork?
Probably we came after others.
All right.
If we find
So-
any other kobolds, we must gut them and find out if they have the fork in their stomach.
Why can't I just
Oh, that sounds like a plan.
All right.
Twitter has made
Uh,
it hard for me to copy links, and so I'm not gonna bother. Okay. So, do something or move it on. Just
So generally, it's only 1 square per. Correct.
3 squares. Pick 3 squares.
3 squares.
Boom, boom, boom. All right, so you run up. There's a little bridge in front of you. The water's moving not a terrible speed beneath you. In front of the bridge, you do see up ahead there is not that large, but there is a tower with a guard in it. The guard looks a little bleary-eyed and does not appear to be looking in your direction at the moment. Just move him in front of the tower so you can see him a little better.
Alrighty. Where did my character sheet go?
Yeah.
There it is. I will cross the bridge and probably try and go down the right side of the road there.
All right, so move another 3 squares. Why not?
3 diagonal. Is that fine?
Yeah, diagonal's fine. There's no penalty for that. Are you trying to sneak past the guard?
Sure.
Are you trained in sneak?
I am not.
Well, let's see. Sneak, sneak, sneak.
Sneak, 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 sneak.
All right, so give me a reflex roll difficulty 3. Tech on an extra die. All right, failure. So, as you come past, the guard looks a little bleary, and he looks over and looks at you, kind of tweets, or not tweets, kind of squints his eyes, and just like,
Wait.
"Hey, hey, you!" All right, and then we're gonna move on to. Sorry, I heard a noise from the other room. Glort.
Glort! It is Glort's turn to move. Yes.
So just go on and take 2 moves, everybody.
Well, I want to see what's down here. 1, 2, 3. I want to get into this building just south of our location.
All right. So as you come up to the front of this building, you do see it also has a sign. And on that sign is what looks to be like a giant chicken with real big legs.
Giant chicken. Hell yeah.
And inside, you do hear the sound of some deep, hearty clucking. You don't read human at all.
No, humans don't have language. That's weird. Why would you even say that?
All right. So the front door of this place is completely closed. The wall is about 6 feet high, and
3
the
kobolds.
symbol
tall.
for the front of this is a chicken, and then a big, kind of like rectangle with a triangle at the bottom.
Okay.
And a very smaller rectangle at the top.
Arcane runes mean nothing to me, but I know a chicken when I see it, so yeah, I mean, I want to try to scale this fence then.
All right, give me what is that? A climb somehow? Athlete. Athlete.
Athlete. I have athlete. Great. So what the heck do I roll?
All right. So the difficulty for this will be 3 dice because it's 6 feet up.
Fantastic. But am I rolling on brawn?
Brawn. Yeah.
Okay. Difficulty 3.
Oh wait. Reduce 1 for having the skill. I think. Yeah.
So it should have been difficulty 2.
Difficulty 2.
Okay. Well, I rolled a 15.
Well, yes. Then reroll.
Okay.
I
Okay.
didn't
Just-
give you the correct
No,
instructions.
no, no. Just
Reroll.
there we go. Difficulty 2.
It's been about a year since I played this.
I still failed.
Still failed.
Still
All right. So
failed.
you attempt to scramble up the wall. Your claws. Actually, you do have claws.
I
Well,
have,
too
a, I
bad.
have a knife. I could be jamming the knife into the wall.
That is up to you. So you're climbing in, and you just kind of like slide down the wall, leaving a horrible like little bits of curled wood at the bottom of your fingernails.
I hate this wall.
All right. Up next is Chaff. Let's go with Chaff.
I want to go see what's in this building.
All right. As you get to that building, you see the inside it has a giant glass door. The sign out front has a bunch of letters on it and a long bird.
Bird, chicken.
The bird is carrying something in its beak. And you see a set of glass doors and another set of glass doors behind them. And inside is dimly lit long hallways with like shelves on each side of the hallway where you can see a bunch of boxes.
Things in boxes. I want a box. Go in box.
All right. So are you trying to get through this door somehow? Or this window, I should say. It's just a window. You see 2 windows up front that go all the way to the floor. And behind them is another set of windows that look like they also might open. It's glass doors.
Yes. I want to go through the window.
All right. How are you going to attempt to get through this window? As you walk up to it, nothing happens. You see a little hole in the middle of it where a human could potentially put a key.
Okay, can I wiggle through it? Is it?
The hole is about this big.
Oh,
How
So,
good are you at wiggling?
Unlikely. I mean, you're welcome to try. The difficulty is high.
If you can wiggle your atoms to just separate a little bit, phase through the door.
do I see another hole or anything? Nope. Just.
You see a little black box at the top of the door, but
Can I like take my claw, put it in and force it open?
okay. So, oh, by the way, I think every time you fail a skill roll, you should be taking a Kobold Horrible Death check.
No.
I
Oops.
forgot the most basic thing of the game. So, Glort, go ahead and give me one. Sork, give me a Kobold Horrible Death check.
I
It would
live.
be early. Success. Success. Oh. Oh.
Oh no.
Where's
I
Lois
didn't
this
die instantly.
Is Thief a skill? I think Thief is a skill.
Thief is a skill.
There we go. So,
Or
are you trained
steal.
in Thief?
Steal is a skill.
Steal. Sure. Are you trained in Steal?
Yes.
Okay. So this will only be 2 dice for you because it is still extremely difficult to
What am
use
I-
your tiny claw to break the lock.
Which one am I rolling?
That will be under reflexes. That's right.
And so
The skills in
difficulty-
this are the skills on the character sheet are very messy.
So difficulty 2?
Difficulty 2, yes. Your tiny claw. Failure. All right. So first things first, take a Kobold Horrible Death check.
Which is about the only thing we've succeeded at so far.
Success. You're still alive. Okay, good work. So you don't manage to get through that, but you do see there's someone walking around inside. There's a human walking around inside,
Ooh.
and that human is carrying a very large box with a picture of a smiling baby on it.
Ooh.
Those are like
I want to go
dots.
in. Bang. I'm going to bang on it.
All right, you bang on the door. The human kind of puts his head to the side and kind of can't exactly see. It looks to be some kind of older gentleman. And that's where we'll leave you for the moment. All right, who is up next? Next is Yeeter.
So Yeeter is going to come on out of the cave, and from the mouth of the cave, can I see either of what?
Yes.
Okay, can I see the banging on the door?
Yeah.
Okay,
You can see Chaff just banging.
I'm gonna go down and check out Chaff.
Okay.
And is there a great big rock next to that door?
Not right next to that door, but as you walk over, you're like, oh, this is a really weirdly shaped rock. The rock is gray. It has 2 holes in the middle. And it's kind of squarish, but more like a long square. So kind of, what's that word? Rectangular?
Can I pick it up and throw it at the window?
This will be an athlete.
so good at that.
Difficulty is, let's say 2.
But I am trained in athlete. Yes.
All right, so let's bring it down to 1.
Not true to real life. I love it.
And
Still
you still
failed. That is true to real life.
Okay,
was
so
gonna say,
make
are
a
you
Kobold
trained in
Horrible
throw?
Death check, please. Success. All right, so you're still alive. So this long rectangular, weirdly shaped, kind of rough feeling on your paws, just goes clanging, hits the door, and just makes a sound. There is spidering cracks from the thing, but it falls kind of like almost right back on you, but not enough to hurt you.
Okay.
It gets your smallest toe.
That's my favorite.
Your smallest toenail is gone.
Ooh. Does that count as being hurt?
No.
Okay, good.
Flee. All right, Flea, you're up.
Flea is gonna follow Glort. Hey,
Ah, ah.
we fighting
What?
something?
There's a wall. There's big chickens on the wall.
I
gotta-
will fight the wall, and we can find the chickens.
Kill the wall.
the wall.
All right, so I take it you moved down there?
I think I did. Oh no.
Okay. So there's this wall in front of you.
Kill it.
I shall duel the wall, and I will fight it.
How? What are you trying to do?
Yeah.
Flea is roughly going against the wall and just kind of like probably just slam and probably
you're
try
just
to
trying to
claw.
break through the wall.
Yes.
It's trying to Kool-Aid man this wall.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
this wall is a challenge. I
It
will
is.
duel it and hopefully win.
There's a whole section on breaking things. Where is it?
I just know the skill duel. I want to
Y-
just fight this wall to a duel.
So dueling is once you can use it to make someone re-roll when they're fighting you. But it is dangerous, meaning it will incur a Kobold Horrible Death check every time you use it.
I will use it against this wall.
All right, so
Yeah.
first, let's go over the basics of combat. How to hit. You have to roll a dice determined by the agility. The agility on this wall is 0, but I'm going to give it a difficulty of 1. The wall
Should really
has a
hope.
number of hits in it, which, yeah. So, yeah. Give me a brawl should put it, yeah, a brawn, with difficulty of 1 to hit, and then we will deal with damage in a second. All right, so you've succeeded.
Hey.
There's always a chance you miss hitting the brick wall or the wooden wall. Once you score a hit, you need to determine how much damage is done. All weapons have a number listed. Do you have a weapon in your hand?
I have a slingshot.
So, not really good for beating down a wall.
I thought
So
I was using my fist.
All right, so you're using your sharp claws and pointy teeth?
Yes.
Okay, so you do 1 damage to this wall.
Yes.
We're gonna be here a
and
while.
stuff. Yeah, so if you're gonna scramble at this wall, it's gonna be a bit. You do notice suddenly at this point there is like a 2-inch gap between the bottom of the wall and like the ground.
I am making
Okay.
progress. There's a hole 2
Ah.
inches above the wall.
You
and
made
the
a
floor.
hole.
You have made a hole about this big, small enough to get one eye, kind of like looking through.
You want to look in, or will I keep trying to make the hole bigger?
Bigger hole.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, coming back
hole.
around to the top. Snick. Snicker.
My turn, I suppose. Okay.
Yes, keys.
I will go ahead and continue down this way
Mm-hmm.
and see what's here. I guess
All
I
right,
can't
as you
really-
run away from this guard, kind of, he starts kind of like yelling at you and coming down from his post. He is,
Yeah, I'll stand
he seems a little tipsy as he kind of goes down this ladder. I have to actually do a roll for him. Let's go with 2. There we go. It's underneath his agility. So yes, he successfully dismounts the ladder. But you run down number 9. Number 9 is a place that smells kind of tasty, and it is open. Not a lot of things you've seen is open. You see on the outside of this is a giant letter with a little hat painted on the letter. And there's big windows in the front, and inside you see a bunch of tables. And on those tables, each table has like a bottle of ketchup, a bottle of brown sauce, a bottle of relish, and a bottle of mustard, and a little napkin holder and salt and pepper. The doors in this are closed, but you could potentially open them. And you see a little window on the outside of the building as well. And you see a large screen with pictures of food on it and a little black box right in front of it.
I suppose I will try and get into the door. Or wait, is the window in the front, is that open?
No, it's closed, but it looks like it opens easily. But there's also a big screen that glows slightly with pictures of food.
Yeah, I'll try and get inside. Let's go through the doors.
Okay, so give me a brawn test of 1. Because you are small, it seems like this door was made for humans to open easily. But you being smaller, you've got to really... It's a little cold out here, and you think that... Well, none of you know hydrodynamics. So the pressure inside is slightly different. So you've succeeded in getting this... You dig in with your little claws, you grab the handle, and the door kind of swings to the side, and you can get in the doors. Inside, you see these tables and a little... display with a bunch of little figurines in it, and a flat counter with a metal box on it, and a guy at the metal box wearing like a little paper hat and a polo shirt, and next to him is a bunch of tiny paper hats, which shaped with like fake jewels on them.
I actually just want to jump up onto one of the tables and drink one of the brown sauce bottles.
Absolutely. There is no challenge to this. If you had taken any hits, you would have recovered one. So you successfully jump up on this table, scramble onto this table, and the guy behind the counter goes, "Hey, you gonna order something?"
I obviously don't understand this.
Yeah. But he's like, hey.
I'll go ahead and jump down with the bottle in my hand and hide under the table.
Okay. You now have bottle in. If you have nothing else in your hand, you now have bottle. Write brown sauce. There's a slot for each for your equipment if you scroll down on the character sheet. So if you have a thing in each hand already, you're gonna have to drop something unless you have a backpack or something. Nothing? Okay, so you're good to have brown sauce in your hand.
Yeah.
All right. Now I have to figure out the damage for brown sauce just in case. All right, I'll call that your full turn. That seems pretty successful. Glort.
All right. So, while this hole is underway, is there like a front door to this place I can see from here? Or am I just seeing fence?
A little bit over, you see about 15 feet down, there is a double side, one of those doors which has a big X on the bottom and a big X on the top, and you know that you can open the top one more easily than the bottom one. Like you have to open both of it to make the door work right.
Okay, that's weird. My brain is having a hard time visualizing that, but that's okay.
And then there is another bigger door next to it, which seems to be all just like one big. It's actually a double door that looks like it opens out.
Oh, now I realize what I'm looking at now. Okay,
Yeah.
Glort is
You're looking
fantastically
at a barn
stupid.
door.
Yeah. Okay. Nope. I got kobold smarts. All right. So yes, I want to move down to these doors, and yeah, you said the top door is easier on those stacked doors there.
Yeah. Sometimes they forget to lock those.
Oh, okay. Cool. Great. Then yeah, I'm gonna try and like just jam my knife up in there and like swing that sucker open so I can scramble inside.
All right. Let me see if there's a climb. I think there's a climb. Nope. Just an athlete. So, this is a difficulty 1. Give me a difficulty 1 athlete.
I am an athlete. It's true. And that's on Braun again?
Yes, Braun. Sorry.
My worst stat.
I will remember this eventually.
I did the thing!
So you get up onto the top half and you push on it, and it just slightly, and you hear some deep coming from inside. You see a little office, and then it smells heavily of like poop.
Just like home.
It's very homey. There is also a source of water, a long green pipe that seems to wind around and around and around, and at the end of it, there's like a little bit of water dropping out of it.
Oh, okay. I guess I scream back over my shoulder. Flea, I got in! And, like pull myself up into the through the opening.
You want me to keep fighting this wall?
Do what your heart desires! Just like go ass over tea kettle into the thing.
All right.
Wait, are you not in charge?
Follow your bliss!
I don't know what a bliss is!
All right. So each kobold has pluses and minuses, and I just wanted to make sure you didn't have taste like baby, because then everything thinks you're delicious. You do have hungry.
I taste like chicken, but not like baby.
Everyone tastes like chicken.
That's true.
All right. So you get in there, you peek around the corner into this hallway, and you see these big individual, like tiny hallways in which you can see like little plates on the outside of each one, and then like a saddle next to the outside of it.
Don't know what that's for.
And you hear a bit of clucking coming from one of those. And a bit of snoring coming from another one.
Ooh. Okay. I'm going to investigate the clucking, but I suspect I'm out of action at that point.
Yes, let's move on. All right. Up next is Chaff.
Still need to break this. I have a big shield. Just remembered. Hit the with my big shield.
All right, so give me you're trying to hit a barn door. Absolutely. Give me a brawl roll at
It's glass. I'm trying to hit glass, right?
Yes.
Okay.
A brawl roll at difficulty 1.
So brawn.
To hit it. Yeah.
And it's already been spider cracked.
Yeah. That damage adds up. All right, so you succeed. Hooray. So you hit the broadside of a glass door. How much damage does shield do potentially?
Uh,
Is there a number? Because sometimes it lists
Two.
it.
Two.
2. All right, so you do 2 more damage to the door. The door kind of does it like Spider's bigger, and now you see the person kind of putting the box down and starts to like stand up, and it's a human, and he's about 6 feet tall and rail thin, wearing a blue vest under a black t-shirt with a skull on it, or the vest is over the t-shirt.
Oh my god, it's Sid.
It's actually one of my old coworkers, but okay. I don't... All right. He has scraggly, kind of washed out hair, very thin features, and he's kind of pure and can't really see outside because when you're in the store and there's no lights. Yeah. So yeah, do you want to try anything else or just give it another whack? I'll let you do one more whack if you want.
Ooh, another whack. Another whack.
All right.
Still 1.
Give me another
Difficulty 1.
difficulty 1, yes.
I just checked the damage on my dagger. Your shield does twice as much damage as my dagger does.
Big shield. I have nothing. It's
It's a
two-handed,
two-handed shield.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
That makes a lot more
Alright.
sense.
So you do enough damage. You run up. You take a couple steps back. You hold it above your head. You just go running full force, just shattering the door, leaving a kobold holding a shield-shaped hole. And then the rest of the glass falls away. You will take 1 harm from running through a glass door for this.
Yes! Victory!
As you get in there, there is another set of doors. But to your left, there is a bunch of like blue pillars that looks like it would be hard for like a tall person to get through. And to your right is a bunch of just metal wire with wheels on it, just pushed into the wall. Just a whole bunch of metal wires with wheels on the bottom, just jammed into the wall. Inside the store, you hear the sound of what is very clearly someone opened some kind of sound system for the store, some kind of over intercom PA. The sound of Metallica coming
Peter
from.
starts headbanging.
And so there's the scrawny guy. So that's a good turn. All right, Yeeter.
Can I cooperate with my fellow kobold?
Absolutely.
Hey, Chaff, you want to hop in the shopping cart and hold your shield out in front, or the wire thingy with the wheels that I don't know is called a shopping cart? And
It looks like it would roll.
I will push it into the remaining door.
Oh, yes!
Yeah. So let's do that. Let's like make this into a shopping cart battering ram.
Yes!
Okay.
battery!
Oh, I love this. Okay, so one of you climbs in the car, or Chaff climbs up in the cart, and Yeeter, give me what is your brawn? Or what's your meat, which is next to your brawn?
1.
Ugh, not a ton. Yeah, this is pretty easy, though. This will determine how far you can push. Give me a brawn difficulty 1 check. Just to make sure. Oh, failure. So first, roll a kobold horrible death check. 9. Ooh, getting higher. All right, but you succeed.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so as you push, you can't really get the leverage on it because you're pushing from the bottom. And as you push from the bottom, the kind of the way a shopping cart is, you push on the part that lifts up, which then slams back down in front of you, and you are confused about what happened. Would you like to try one more time? Now that you know that you have to grab the edges of the cart to do this?
Again. Do it again.
Okay, yeah, I'll do it again.
All right. So give me, difficulty 1 again. Success!
Yes.
Hooray! So you push, fully intending to ram into this door, and as you get the cart closer, it starts opening.
I keep running.
And the cart goes right through, getting pushed completely at this really tall guy in the blue vest. He goes, "What in the?" And you just right into the guy, knocking him down.
Charge!
He is not taking any damage from this, but you knocked him down and surprised him. From his pockets When he gets knocked down, he falls to the ground, and out of his pockets drop a bunch of silver pieces of metal that are very flat and thin.
Shiny?
They are shiny. They're actually a little
Shinies!
dull.
Oh.
They actually look kind of like this. Not that you know what this is.
What do you have one of those on your desk? What are you getting up to, Kevin?
I actually don't know what that
Some complicated things. I this is also my
Oh,
office
no.
and where I hide presents. So when
That
things
something
come
makes
in
a lot
from
more
Amazon.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, if I hide it here, my wife doesn't know that it's at my desk, so she will steal the one and misplace the other one. And I will always know that one is at my desk. Except she probably just heard. All right.
Well, sorry for blowing up your
Okay.
spot.
Next up is, let's see, that was Yeet or Flea. Flea, what's Flea doing?
Flea can see that Gort's inside at this point, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'll just follow you.
All right. It's easy enough to get up this thing now that it's open. With a knife hole in it. Yeah, it's easy enough to get on top. You fall, you come tumbling down the other side.
Does Flea land on some fertilizer?
No, there's no fertilizer right here, but you can definitely smell it. You do see a little metal square in the floor that's kind of like a little bit in the floor. And you can hear the sound of like water down there.
Ooh, there's water down here.
In front of you is a hallway that goes to the left and right, and a bunch of stalls, which you can also now hear the sound of at least one human snoring, the sound of at least one, what sounds like a very big chicken,
Big chicken.
and
Big
another chicken that is also sleeping.
Big chicken.
Big chicken.
Big chicken.
Big chicken. I want to lick the big chicken.
All right, so you go into this hallway, I take it?
Yes, I want to lick the chicken.
Sleeping
All right, so
human.
there's these three stalls before there is a door into the interior barn. The interior round part of a barn. What is that?
Does,
The place
Does
you let the
Flea-
animals run around.
does Flea step on any fertilizer?
This is a pretty well kept place, so not yet. I know I don't know what you're trying to do, but not yet. You keep looking for it, like, fertilizer?
It smells like me. Of course, I
True.
want to have more of me.
Do you have
Impeccable
foul
logic.
smelling? Do you have the foul
Yes,
smelling
I
bogey?
do have the smelly.
Okay, so as you enter this, one of the big chicken starts to cluck a little louder.
Chicken. Chicken.
You can tell which stall it's coming from. It's coming 2 stalls down.
Goes towards it if I still got any moves.
Okay, yeah. You haven't done much. I need to find a new token that I didn't consider. Okay, well, we'll just use something else then. All right, so you, oh, that's right. That might be in the SRD. Nothing? No, I'm not about to buy that for this. Okay, so you,
Fair.
you see, in this stall, a little nameplate, a saddle, and you look up and you see a 7-foot tall, yellow feathered giant beak that goes chuckle. Kind of looking at you. It is shaped much like a chicken, bit longer neck, much larger. Like this is some kind of giant dire chicken.
It's a chicken god.
I want to lick the chicken.
There is a gate in front of you. What are you trying to do?
Can I lift the gate?
Actually, yes, you can lift it from the outside very easily. I'm suddenly realizing. Yeah, you lift the gate and it swings open, and you are foul smelling. So let me see exactly what that means. Where's the bogeys? There they are. Oh, what? Nope, different thing.
I mean, if he's foul smelling, maybe he smells like a
Foul
chicken.
smelling. You never really took much to the concept of bathing. As such, putrid cloud clings to you. Anything in the map square will notice the scent and probably come looking for the pile of dung that left it. All right, so it doesn't hate you. You're not an animal foe, right? Okay, so yeah, unless you know you're not. Okay, so
Existentially, perhaps, but
it kicks some of its giant, some of the straw on the base of it is just coated with like white, foul-smelling material that it kicks at you,
Ah!
and you are now covered with the equivalent of chicken poop.
Yes!
you've been blessed by the chicken god.
Ah! All hail King Tor! I've been
All
blessed!
hail King Torg.
Chaff.
All hail King Torg.
Nope, too late. Take a kobold horrible death check.
I didn't realize I had to do it even if I wasn't there.
Nope, doesn't
Oh
count.
yeah, no.
Doesn't matter. Anytime anyone, if someone pops in from another room and yells it. All right, so you have succeeded in living for now. All right,
Can-
so there's this giant chicken in front of Flea. Are you doing this enormous 7-foot tall chicken?
Can Flea just climb up onto the saddle and start to lick the chicken?
It is not saddled currently, but you can attempt to climb up onto it. That will be.
Does it involve wrestling the chicken?
No. I think there's an animal skill. Jesus, why is my brain like this? My brain. Let's see, Rackle, sorry, Sage, Speak Human. None of you have Speak Human, huh?
Nope.
Just ride.
Wrestle, cower, ride. Ride. Okay. So this will actually, first, you will need an athlete check, difficulty 2, to get onto its back. So brawn athlete. If you have athlete, it will be difficulty.
Okay, I think I
1.
might have done that wrong.
Yeah, you put in difficulty
Yeah,
20
you rolled
instead
20.
of 2.
And you rolled 20 dice and did not roll under a 7 on the 20 dice you rolled.
Imagine that.
All right. So you succeed in getting onto this thing's back, and that's
Did
where
they
we'll
still
leave-
have to take a horrible death check for
Oh yeah,
failing the first one?
I will give you a horrible death check for failing to use roll 20 properly. So take a kobold horrible death check. Success. You're still alive for now.
And I need to check after each time, correct?
I think it's before, but yeah, just leave it
Before.
how it is. Check one more time. That's fine. Not that everything is relative. If you're thinking too hard about it, stop thinking. Okay, so next up is Flea back up to Snecker. Snecker,
This-
you are inside this store, and
Did Flea lick the chicken?
Flea licks the chicken, and it tastes like feathers. And it's
Yes.
chicken. Most of the flavor of the chicken's in the chicken itself, and it tastes like feathers. That guy moves that way. All right, Snecker, you are inside.
Hmm.
You are holding brown sauce and hiding under a table. Now, you can bring this back to the cave for 1 victory point. Or you can continue to gather things.
Yeah, I think I'll go back to the cave.
All right, so you go bolting out of the store?
Yes, and I actually meant to ask you on the second turn, I guess,
Okay.
because I have the fast
Oh, okay.
feat.
Yes. The
and
skill. Yeah.
I was actually going to ask if I can get all the way there using that.
All
Just
right.
sprinting so I can go by that
probably,
guy
but
without.
fast works like this. You need to roll. You are attempting to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares. You need to roll. The difficulty of the roll is equal to 1 die per each attempted square. So you need to roll 3 die underneath your movement. Now that's very difficult. However, three die and get underneath your reflexes. However, there are a couple of ways you can lower things. The simplest one is to bribe me with money. The second is to bark like a kobold. And here's how bark like a kobold works. Each
Very
time someone attempts to bark like a kobold, they lower their bark. They lower their check by 1. However, next time someone tries to bark like a kobold, they must do a better job of it. So,
Uh,
you're very lucky. No one has barked yet. If you would like to bark like a kobold, you can set the bar. You
I
can
am
set
not
it as
very.
low or as high as you want. And everyone else will judge you for it.
No, I mean that's always the case. So yeah.
Accurate.
No, I'll go ahead and pass on that. I'll just attempt the roll.
Okay. Give it a go.
All right, so I need to do a reflex roll. You said,
Yes.
and it's a difficulty of 6 or 3.
It is 3.
Keyboard is not working for me today.
Failure. Okay, so first, Kobold Horrible Death Check.
Alrighty. I got
Success.
that one at
You
least.
live for now. I will give you 1, 2, 3. I'll put you right outside the cave, but this guy is gonna come right up to you, and he's gonna be like, "Hey, you there? Stop!" Which you don't stop. But he is pointing at you aggressively. All right. So next up is Glort. Glort, you saw Flea disappear into one of the stalls and make a happy sound, and the sound of him licking something.
Yeah, it's a
Of
sound
them
I've,
licking something.
I've come to both dread and enjoy. Yeah, I will make a mad dash for the door, for the door to that little area that Flea disappeared into. I want to investigate this chicken situation.
Yeah, so that chicken, you see the giant 7-foot tall, yellow feathered riding chicken.
Ah. Glor came here today, child. Glor, leave, Godslayer! And I want to like,
No, 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 no,
I
no!
want to dive at this thing's neck with my dagger.
Oh,
No, 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 no!
I want
Wait,
to, I want to slay the chicken
we can-
god.
he's getting.
We can take it.
She's getting
We
one.
can take it to.
He's gonna get attacked.
We can take it.
We
Think
could.
Well,
about it.
No,
and
I
Good,
can't.
but this
And-
is gonna get
And we
stabbed.
don't have to drag it.
See, the problem with that plan is that you asked me to think about it.
All right, so the difficulty on this brawl roll is 2.
Okay.
Its agility is 2.
Okay. Okay. Brawl roll. Oh, that's gonna be brawn or
Yeah, brawn, not
brawn.
brawl.
Fantastic. And if I bark, I can lower this to a 1.
Yes.
Arf!
Okay.
Doing it.
Noted. Ratware.
Woohoo!
Success. So how much damage do you do?
1.
Okay.
The knife does a damage of 1, or the dagger
All right.
rather. Dagger has a damage of 1.
I am adapting a thing.
Sure.
So it has how many hits? How much beef? Oh my god, I forgot how to read this.
It doesn't have beef, it has chicken.
Well, meat. I'm sorry. How much meat does it have? All right. So it takes the thing and looks very unhappy and look like it's going to just. So you know how when you attack chickens in a Zelda game, it turns bad for you. Yeah. Okay. Just making sure. All right. So.
I will slay this chicken god and bring it before Torg, and he will reward me. All hail King Torg.
Oh, hell, King Torg!
Okay. Okay. Everybody's good. Yeah. I'll get you eventually. All right. So you have stabbed this thing. It looks mad. It looks like it's gonna start like going for the eyes.
I got 2.
That is true. So it is up to. Do you do anything else? I mean, you moved
No,
over
like
and you
my
stabbed the
only
thing, so-
interest right now is in killing this chicken god.
Okay. After Glort's chaff.
Okay, so I'm in this rolling cart thing, right? And we've just run into the human.
Yeah, your,
Yes,
your
so-
glorious steel chariot,
Yeah.
obviously.
The human is on the ground, looking slightly dazed.
Is there any way, like, where's the things? What can we see? Like, what
All
do
right,
we
you
got?
see a bunch of boxes. Everything smells kind of a little like baby in here. You see a bunch of small little white bottles that have the powder, a little white powder in it, and the back wall is just covered with big squares with babies on the outside of them.
They have powdered babies.
You see to one side of you is a bunch of little windows into weird worlds that seem to have some kind of like fish swimming behind them and giving off a very high-pitched tinkling noise in a melody. And a little further down, you see just a bunch of big, puffy packages that are filled with what looks like it might be squishy stuff with a bunch of like little characters on it. And then you see a little further back, a bunch of little contraptions, not entirely unlike the cart you're in, but more made of fabric and with little wheels on the bottom. And they don't look like they'd hold nearly as much stuff.
Mm.
And behind that is the wall, just a wall full of packages with babies on the outside.
I want to go grab a package with a baby. 'Cause the baby inside package.
All right, you run past this human. He goes, and you just get to the back wall and you pull on one of these packages. And it's not very heavy, but it is a little stuck. So give me a difficulty 1, Braun. Failure. So give me a Kobold Horrible Death check. You rolled a 6 and you needed a 5. 12, success.
Woo.
You live.
For
All
now.
right, so you pull out this package. It kind of like bonks you in the noggin, and it's kind of stuck in there. You see behind it is a other bunch of just like squares, exactly like it, with a smiling baby on the outside. And then you look at the side, and there's the same smiling baby on the side. Then you look at the other side, and there's the same smiling baby on that side too. And
Their
every
box is
package in the
full
row
of babies.
has the same package, and the package has 2 little handles where you could potentially poke your claws through and see what's inside.
Yes.
You do. All right. You peek through and you see just a bunch of white folded things. Doesn't seem
Is-
to be any babies in that package.
Baby protect, maybe baby cushy. I want to actually like open it and take whatever's in there and like
You
eat
pull
it.
out. Okay, so you pull out a white thing about this big. It's a rectangle. It looks like it unfolds into some kind of pants. And you bite into it, and it's squishy and very satisfying and chewy, but not tasty at all. It's a little chemically. There are a bunch of little characters, including a bear that is wearing a shirt, which is extra weird because that highlights how it's not actually wearing pants. And it's holding a little red balloon, and it looks poorly drawn.
Not baby.
But you know, babies are often, now that you've seen it unfolded, these are baby pants. These are the
Baby
pants
pants.
people put babies in.
Can I put on a pair of baby pants?
Absolutely.
I
They will give you 1 additional hit of armor.
Good. It's good.
They are scented, lightly scented. All right. So as you get your kobold legs through, Yeeter, you have seen Chaff put on some baby pants.
Question: does
Yeah.
Chaff now smell like a baby?
Oh God. Mm. Chaff smells more like a baby than before, but not entirely like a baby. Chaff didn't powder. If Chaff had powdered, she'd have a problem.
Okay. I want to go up to the shelf with. What's the dude that got hit by the cart doing?
He's just on the ground, like a little stunned. He doesn't
Not
really.
a problem.
He smells a bit like burnt flowers. And he seems to be a bit dazed.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Burnt flowers.
Just a bit blazed, if you will.
More than a bit, I'd say.
He took some blunt force trauma.
Oh
Oh,
God.
It took me a minute. I got there eventually.
Sorry, this joke's really got us in the weeds.
Okay.
Yep.
This is your final warning.
Isn't that like the pot calling the kettle black?
Okay.
I didn't say that one.
I
That
know
one
you
wasn't
didn't.
me.
I know.
I want to go get one of the jars of powdered baby and eat some of it.
On it is a baby, naked baby from the side with its legs up, just smiling happily. But it's about that big. This is a 2-pack and you get it off the shelf, and it's 2. The tops have a bunch of little dots in it, but beyond the dots are more plastic.
Maybe it's dehydrated, baby.
That's what I'm
Um,
thinking.
Yeah,
So,
the next section down has a bunch of like paper.
what about like tins with powdered baby?
So you do see a bunch of jars. I don't think you see any tins. I'm trying to think. No, I don't recall any tins ever in my experience with this product. You do see a couple brands. One brand has no babies on the outside, and smells a little like sandalwood. So these are actually baby powder. This isn't baby formula. This is baby powder. Oh, you okay? So over behind the registers, behind a bunch of registers, you see a graded cage, and inside that graded cage is a bunch of tins with pictures of babies on the outside, happily holding bottles.
I think
But it
that's
is
the shit I
behind a
want.
secure locked cage because formula is expensive.
How can I get into the cage that has the babies in it? Can I try wrestling the cage open?
I mean, you could try wrestling the cage open. Yes, the difficulty is 5.
Kobolds are not that smart. I will bark like a kobold as
All
I
right, bringing
roll
it down to
this.
4. Give me that bark. Ooh, that's a good one. Okay, noted.
Okay, so reflex is 4.
Yes.
Fail.
Roll that horrible death save. Make a kobold horrible death check as you try to like, you get it in a sleeper hold, and then you get it in like a full Nelson, and then you get it in an arm bend. Then you realize that you're just wrestling yourself, and you're
And there's
standing
a
in front
little
of
bit
this cage.
sticking out, and I'm like,
You are now like
This is
one
what a
arm
cage
is
match
through
is
the
supposed to
cage,
be.
and then you're like pulling your arm through the cage, and oh. So that's where we will leave you. But you had to put down the baby powder to do this.
Mhm.
So you are not currently holding it, but it's right next to you for easy access. Should
Okay.
you want it. All right. Up next is Chaff Eater. Flea. Flea, what you doing? You're on the back of a giant bird, and Glort just stabbed it. You don't know what she's thinking, but she just
Yeah.
stabbed. She stabbed your giant chicken.
Yeah.
Well, Flea tried, so Flea just sees Glort doing that, then we'll pull some of the fertilizer and hopefully put it on the eyes before trying to actually wrestle the neck. Make
All
it
right.
at least easier. Maybe you have it kind of like fall down asleep and then Glort can stab.
All right. So you're trying to wrestle this kobold or this
Yes,
giant chicken.
right after like the fertilizer has gone on the eyes.
All right. So this is going to be a difficulty 4 because it's so big. We'll give it 3. I'll give you 3. Difficulty 3. Are you trained in wrestle?
Yes, I am.
All right. So I'll knock another one of that off.
And just to be clear, donations in there, would that count as bribing?
If you subscribe to the channel or give
I already
us...
am.
Okay. Did you... So, here's how we generally do benefits. They are rerolls. And they cannot be used for Kobold Horrible Death checks unless you want to guarantee a death. They cannot be used to prevent a death. But they may be used on skill rolls.
I just wanted to know if it would count as a bribe. That's literally all I
It will
wanted to
count
know.
as bribing the GM and allow you to re-roll a check.
Okay.
Or if you'd prefer to drop 1 die off, I will let you drop a die off. So you get a re-roll or drop a die off.
Okay. I just want to drop a die off.
Okay, I'll let you drop a die off for 100. Sounds good.
Okay. So that is a brawn.
Give me
believe.
a wrestle with a brawn difficulty. I think it's down to what? 2? Yeah, 2.
Yep.
All right. You get a 6 under your 7. Success. You effectively get this thing. It is no longer going to peck at Glort, which is the good news. The bad news is it's gonna freak out. So Glort,
Yeah.
bad news. What is your agility?
Ooh, good question.
It should be next to your
is-
reflexes.
It is 2.
It is 2. Okay,
It's
so this
2.
thing is going to roll 2d6. And as it attempts to stomp its way through you, Glort, it's...
Bring it, baby.
Oh,
I was born for this moment.
well, kind of.
I mean, kind of.
This moment might be very short. All right. It gets a 6, which is underneath its brawn stat. So it is going to trample you with just its giant chicken feet.
Okay.
Its massive, massive choco feet. And deal 2 damage to you.
Okay. Sorry, 1 second. The overlay's doing a whole thing. Don't mind that, folks. Ahem. 2 damage to me.
Yes. So take your 2 damage.
Fantastic.
As Flea, give me a ride check, which you are making whether you want to or not. Difficulty on this is 3. You can reduce it by 1 if you're skilled in ride.
No, but which one is that? Is that reflex? Or
That is a
brawn?
reflex skill, yes.
Okay. Okay,
Let's
so
see. Check its
reflex
cunning.
and 3 chat difficulty.
Oh god, why wouldn't you do that conversion for me? Yes, that's what I said. So yes.
Oh, I failed.
All right. So first, make a kobold horrible death check, as you fail to ride this chicken. All right, you're still living.
Now the fact that I'm trying to strangle it instead of ride it, does that help or
now
not?
here's the thing: you're still attached to it. You don't fall off, but now you're attached to the front of its neck, as opposed to the back.
I'm trying to stab there. What are you doing?
I'm trying. I'm trying to hold on. I
Help.
can't.
Help
Stay
better.
behind. I'm trying to choke it out.
I have a knife.
Yeah.
I know. I'm trying to make it easier. If it's not fighting you.
All right.
Your
Snicker,
kill.
what you up to? You are very close. You can easily move back to the thing, but this guy is going to be on high alert unless you sneak or do something.
I can get into the cave.
Easily.
Okay. I will go into the cave and I will use my hide ability.
Okay. I forget what hide does.
I
Hide
actually
you,
was just
presumably.
looking at it too.
Oh, there we go. It's an ego skill. The skill gives the kobold ability to hide, basically. Difficulty is equal to the highest cunning, or anyone within 15 feet. So this I'll call a difficulty 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
'cause
said ego, right?
ego, a difficulty 1 ego skill. Give me that roll. Success. You rolled 1 die and got a 2 under your 11. Good work. All right. So, you successfully hide in there, and you notice where there is 2 corners, you run down. There's a little bucket, and it says stuff, and the visor is there. And do you put the stuff in the bucket?
I give the visor a big hug and then put my brown sauce in the bucket.
The visor pats you on the back twice. And 1 victory point. So you get 1 kobold victory point. And you may choose to come out either cave 1 or cave 2.
I think.
How
And
much
this is
do you
now-
want to make Fox's life hell?
You can
I'm
come
kidding.
out cave 1. It's fine.
You can come out of cave 1. It's fine.
really
you can
is
be
fine.
off the overlay. It's fine. I don't care.
I can move things around. It's not an issue. It's why
It's
I'm
all
here.
good.
But it does make my life hell.
It's up to you.
I kind of do want to go out cave 1 now.
Yeah.
Would you have to take a horrible death check for making the producer's life horrible?
Take a kobold horrible death check.
Oh my god.
God damn it, Yeater.
Success. You continue to live for now. All right. And put yourself over by the cave 1 box, which there might be 2 of.
The only one I see is in the bottom right. Is that correct?
Then put it right there. Something weird happened with the roll 20 where I...
And I just lost my token.
Here.
It's still on the board. Just scroll around or zoom in.
Oh, now I see it. Thank you.
There you go. So you come down there and you come out. You come out cave 1, looking up at. As you look out, there is 2 in front of you. There's like a barren field with like what used to be a scarecrow, but is now like an upside down broom with a twig.
There's a bear in the
taped to it.
field?
And on the other side of that field is a tiny little octagonal booth. And there's a little words going around the top of the booth. And it keeps changing languages. And at one point, it hits Kobold and it says, the actual information booth. You notice just past it, another exact hut, exactly like it, with things, with words going around the top of it. And this one is located in the middle of the road, and it's number 12 on the map. And that one says, the real information booth.
In Kobold, I'm assuming.
In Kobold, eventually.
Huh.
Oh, okay.
That's where we'll leave you for now,
Okay.
with your victory point and your information. All right, Glort.
Gord
the
Gord is
chicken-
busy fixing map. 1 second. There we go.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, Glort, what are you up to? The chicken stopped you and ran. It has, it's got Flea hanging off of it.
Okay, so it's
Uh,
like in motion past me now.
Yeah, it's trying to run,
Okay.
but it doesn't seem to know where to run.
Stab it in the back!
Ah! You show me your weakness, chicken god. You are a fool. And God, is there anything I can like try to use nearby to get a height on this thing, like an overturned bucket or a ladder or a chair or a
We'll say there's an upside down
Pig.
wheelbarrow.
wheelbarrow? Perfect.
If you could attempt to like run
wanna-
up, jump off, and
I want to
then-
parkour off this wheelbarrow, screaming and barking as I plunge my dagger into the back of this chicken.
All right,
This
give me an
enormous
athlete.
chicken.
Give me an athlete difficulty equal to its agility, which would be 2.
Okay, so a brawn of 2.
Yes.
Except I'm gonna go.
I'll accept it.
Okay.
Was it bigger and better than the last one, though?
I will accept it.
No.
Okay.
For questioning your authority, should you make
Take a kobold horrible.
Yeah, I
death
should
check,
totally
Peter.
make a horrible death check.
All right, let's see how that turns out.
Yes, please.
Eater succeeds.
Oh, that
Wait.
was unexpected.
Roll is 13. I think you got to get a 14.
I don't remember.
I thought it was under.
No, it's over on the death checks. Let me just make sure, because a 13 really feels like
Because
it
I
should-
thought that was the number, was 13.
Hmm,
so-
hmm,
Like,
hmm.
Something is amiss.
It might be something, I think, because it says success,
mhm.
and I want to make sure I'm not wrong. Okay, is greater than 13. Greater than.
Okay.
Greater.
14.
Okay.
So 14 is gone.
The
13
bad-
is fine. All right.
bad. All right.
Lord, give
I
me
Anyway,
am
your-
only emboldened by my success.
yes. As I floppily like run along with my knife in both hands and just try to leap off of this thing and scream for King Torg.
Freaking
All
Thor!
hands
Again,
aboard!
Torg.
Okay, good. All right, you in dealing your 1 damage.
1 damage. Just 1. That's so pathetic.
We gotta get you a different weapon.
It has taken 2
Seriously.
As you are not like you hit it in the back, but you don't like gain purchase on its back.
Just-
You like slide off the back and you fall into another stall, but this stall has a bunch of sharp things in it.
Ooh.
So
Mhm.
you can take 2 damage as you fall into this stall
Okay.
and immediately pick up the mightiest of weapons, a very long pole with a bunch of pointy bits on the end of it. You have heard it referred to as a war rake.
Rake'Scalibur! First, I need to take 2 hits, which that does peel off of my armor first, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Because thankfully, so I'm wearing a leather apron, which comes with an absurd number of hits.
Now, Rake'Scalibur, which it has suddenly been named, is a spectacular rake. It is the rakiest. It is a two-handed weapon,
Perfect.
and will do, since it is special and has a name, 4 damage.
Ooh. All right. So yeah, as I hit the ground, like, just like I let the dagger scatter from my hands, and I look up in awe at this glowing, like, oh, rake, and wipe the blood from my snoot, and like just grab it and like just raise it over my head like a fucking Tusken Raider, just 4 damage. Hot diggity.
Yeah, that's a hell of a thing. But
That
it is
is-
two-handed.
Yeah.
That image is just rather disturbing, actually.
All right, moving on from Glort. Chaff, give me Chaff. What's Chaff doing?
No baby. Well,
The more you spend in this store, you don't think there's actually any babies in here.
There's babies in here. They're in the cage. They're in tins.
Yeater tells you.
do I smell any baby eat food to feed baby? Do I smell any of that?
No, because all of it's hermetically sealed.
Seafood? Do I see-
You do see, you run down a couple aisles away. You see a bunch of cans and a bunch of packets, just like weird packet after packet after packet in a row, and it looks like you can grab them. And they have all kinds of stuff on the outside of them, like yams and blueberries.
I grab one and I eat it.
As you grab it, it kind of bursts at the bottom, and now your hand smells like yams and blueberries. All right, you can spend your turn eating this to regain 1 hit. Or, yes, you can spend your turn eating this to regain 1 hit. If you choose not to, there will be a side effect.
Wait, if I choose to eat it, there's a side effect?
If you choose to eat it, it will take the rest of your turn, but you will regain, let's say, 2 hits to make it more appetizing. Some of them are not. I've barely tasted some of them, and they're generally routinely terrible. So you can spend a turn and regain 2 hits, unless, well, yeah.
I have
whatever.
all my hits, so
Okay, then. Or you can just walk away or grab a bunch and walk away.
Hmm.
You
I
want
mean-
to fill your arms with this? Do you have any bags? You can
need
put.
Can I
condiments.
put my shield down, like put stuff on my shield, and then drag my shield?
You can get like 5 of them on your shield. Yes.
Yes. Shield. Yeah. And then I want to start pulling toward the wheelie cart thing we have.
Okay. You're just going to this Kobold supermarket. Okay.
Yeah, let's do a little
What did
Kobold supermarket sweep.
What'd you
And a
do in your
God damn
Babies
it, you
are
beat me
ours.
to it.
Man, I'm sad none of you speak English. I got some good names for things. Or
I
English.
know.
Human.
I kind
I
of want to
speak-
know what all these names are, but at the same time, it's like
Well, next time you die, make sure to take speaks human.
I'll keep that in mind.
Okay, so you get just all these piles on the shield. You get them over to the cart. Now the thing is, you're kind of small, but you've got the shield. You just dump the shield in the cart.
Yeah.
All right, so the shield is now in the cart, but you are not in the cart. And with a cart full of baby food packets is where we'll leave you. And up next, Chaff. Okay, Yeater.
Okay.
You see Chaff smelling even slightly more appetizing.
Chaff smells a lot like baby.
Not like babies, but like food-ish.
Food parentheses question mark.
Mm,
Are you, by any chance, hungry?
yeah, I am hungry. I'm very hungry.
Do you have the bogey hungry?
Do I have the bogey hunger? I don't know.
Okay, check your character sheet. You are a kobold, so yes,
Uh,
you are hungry. However, there is a special hunger.
I'm not especially hungry.
Okay. So you don't feel the need to run over and try to eat Chaff.
No, but wrestling this cage is not working terribly well.
No.
But next to Chaff is a dude on the floor.
Yes.
And the dude on the floor might be able to open the cage.
Okay.
I want to wrestle him into opening the cage.
That's a bold gambit. I feel like
Kobolds
there's a
only have 3
communication
brain
gap.
cells.
Yeah. All right. So give me a wrestle check difficulty 2 because he's on the floor, but still like not unconscious.
Wrestle
And-
is reflexes.
Yes.
No!
Did you fail?
I
Oh,
failed.
you have failed. All right, give me a
So-
kobold horrible death check. We're really getting up there.
There it is.
Ugh.
Okay.
There it is. First one of the night, baby.
Okay. Well, let me go to a special section of the book.
Mhm.
A very special selection of kobold horrible deaths have been prepared for you.
Mhm.
I did. There is a an adventure with 101 extra deaths, but I did not get that one yet. That is in my list.
Yes.
So, kobold horrible death chart. Give me 2d6, or there might be a button at the bottom.
I think there is a button at the bottom.
There might be a button at the
Kobold
bottom.
horrible death inside. or no,
yes,
just
this is definitely an inside death.
Okay. Lions and witches and wardrobes. Oh my.
Okay. Lions and witches and wardrobes, oh my. After being caught off guard by the rush of a kobold horrible death, you suddenly mistakenly fall down a rabbit hole, which deposits you in a field in which you are sucked up in a twister and ejected into the sky which is unfortunately falling. You barrel headfirst into the ground, where a wardrobe drops on you, knocking you unconscious. A witch, a tin woodsman, and a queen of spades jump out and rough you up until you awake. The witch then takes your ruby slippers, and the woodsman shoves your head through the one ring and then dangles you like a piñata, while a misunderstood death knight unceremoniously pokes you with a dragon's lance, till you once again fall to the ground, where you're eaten by a lion, then crushed by an enormous golden egg. You die in a horribly mixed metaphor.
Shortly before being claimed by Content ID.
Oh, it says dragons apostrophe S Lance.
Oh, my apologies then.
It says dragon apostrophe S Lance TM. I should have said the TM out loud. I apologize. So, yes, you now have the wonderful task of generating a random kobold using whatever website you find that can generate random kobolds or dice. It's up to you.
Okay.
All right. So, Yeeter is dead. Yeeter the first. Flee.
He's gonna keep hoping that maybe can just choke to death it, and while it's going about, have its toes going into the flesh of this throat. Hopefully,
so-
this does damage.
Give me a wrestle difficulty 3 because you're attempting to do more than one thing.
Okay, and being wrestled knocks it down 1, correct?
Let me read wrestle. Because let's see what it literally says. That's wiggle. That's a different skill. Difficulty is
I do have wiggle.
Are you trained in wiggle?
Yes.
Okay, so here's the thing. If you are not trained in a skill, you can't do it unless you cheat. And when you cheat, you can do it for that turn, but however, you take a kobold horrible death check. All right. So, I just remembered how skills work in this game. A little late. Do you want to now wiggle? You could wiggle yourself onto it back, or you can try to wrestle it down onto the ground.
Wrestle.
Okay, so give me a wrestle roll.
Okay, that would be brawn
Difficulty
with difficulty.
3, because
Yeah.
because you are also attempting to attack it with your feet.
Yes, but does the wrestling feat lower that down to 2, or is it still 3?
No, it's still 3.
Okay.
I just figured out how that works. It allows you to try it without taking a death check. All right, failure. All right, so you end up taking kobold horrible death check. Success, you still live. You have not successfully wrestled it to the ground. It is kind of like running, and it starts to pick up speed. Now, since you are also trying to dig your feet into it, give me a brawn difficulty 2 to shank it with your big toes. All right, you succeed in shanking it, doing toe damage. So 1 more damage. This thing looks very unhealthy, but still, it looks like it's got a lot of blood in it.
I am helping!
You are actually helping.
That's questionable, but okay.
I'm of the fleet, not the helpful.
All right. So I think now, with this chocobo running full speed towards the wall, you with Flea dangling from its deck, stabbing into it with its feet, and Glort holding up the war rake of prophecy.
Excalibur!
Okay.
I'm the once
That's
and
a
future
sentence.
queen of the kobolds.
And then the camera zooms over to Sork curiously looking at these two booths, and Chaff and Chaff and the corpse of Ulfrig, who now impaled with a unmovable dragon lance through them,
Oh, jeez.
is suddenly alone with this dude who's starting to stand up and with a cart full of baby food. And there's where we're gonna go ahead and take our break. So, real quick, just want to once again thank our Roll20, our sponsor Roll20. I believe we've got a video.
Yeah.
All right. So, we won't be too long, 5-10 minutes. Go ahead, stand up, walk around, get some water. Do your thing. All right. See you soon.
Today. If you get a second during break, you should check out one of our amazing sponsors. We're now proudly sponsored by Roll20, the best virtual tabletop for all your role-playing needs. Over 4 million people use Roll20's virtual tabletop to power their favorite games. And with more modules than you can shake a stick at on their new revamped storefront, you'll definitely find something for your group to enjoy. Sign up today by clicking the link below or heading to roll20.net/start/WTTP. Tabletop Loot is an amazing place to get your dice bags, dice boxes, and more. And now you can get 15% off your purchase at tabletoploot.com by using the code WTTPDICE at checkout. Tabletop Loot. Your party starts here. While you're at it, check out our so awesome merch store, So Nerdware. So Nerdware is the place to find all your Welcome to the Party merch and other amazing stuff too. Head on over to sonerdware.com and use the code WELCOME at checkout to get 10% off your next purchase. So Nerdware. It's what the nerds wear. Devin Rue, the amazing mistress of maps, has kindly supported the channel since the beginning and provides graphics for many of our streams. Head on over to rueinc.com to check out some of the best fantasy cartography on the web. Our Patreon supports the creators and producers of the channel by providing Roll20 subscriptions, cost coverage for video hosting, and more. If you want to support the channel while getting podcasts a week early, gaming articles that are published on Patreon first, a shout out during our break, and more, head on over to patreon.com/welcomepartyrpg and throw us a buck or $5. And last, but certainly not least, help out the party. Subs and bits not only support the stream, but also every 500 bits or a tier 1 sub gives a player or DM of your choice a reroll or system equivalent, and every 1000 bits or tier 2 sub gives a player or DM of your choice a crit or system equivalent. Thanks again for hanging out with us today. The game will be back in just a few minutes.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the party of this game of Kobolds Ate My Babies, where chaos is happening as predicted, kind of. I didn't expect this chaos specifically. I expected different chaos. Y'all haven't even found a baby yet.
We found baby-related objects.
You have found baby-related objects. I did not realize how much of a misnomer the baby, like the baby food store, would be too distracting. All right, so we'll get to that in a second. All right, who went last? Was it Flea?
It was Flea. Yeah, you started back
All right.
basically at the top of the round.
Snecker, what you doing? You are coming out of Cave 1 and you see the actual information booth and the real information booth. You, as you see in there, there is basically a kind of metallic-looking man, but just like the top half of him.
In which one?
And is well lit.
In which one?
Both of them.
Oh. Well, screw it. Let's
And
go
You
up
could
to
also
the.
attempt to swim across the river. There is a guard on the other side by what is some kind of mill powered by the river.
Why you gotta give me so many choices?
Because I'm a big fan of railroading, and Kobolds Ate My Babies is a game where you've got to get the plot done before people tune out. By plot, I mean explosions.
Okay. Good to know. And actually, you know what? I will go for the mill.
All right, so give me a athlete to swim across the river. Difficulty 2.
What is that?
All right, that is a
Reflexes?
brawn skill. If
Oh,
you are
brawn.
trained an athlete, let's see what that does.
There is a swim skill.
Oh, swim. Yeah, then it'd be swim. Difficulty of swim depends on how fast the water moves. The water's moving at about a 2.
All right.
Two
If you are
units
not
of
trained
go.
in it, it will be a 3.
Well, righty then. So. Beep. So that's a success.
Oh, so using every last amount of your brawn, you remember that one time you saw a fish that wasn't in a stew pot. And then another time you saw a frog in the stew pot, but still kicking. And so you try to do the fish wiggle and the frog kick. And after about 5 harrowing minutes in which a fish comes up, looks at you oddly, and then just swims on past, you wriggle out the other side of the river, right across from the mill. The mill smells a little sulfurous and a little powdery. There is a guard in a tower. He is, let's see how much he celebrated. He is completely drunk.
I mean,
You
are
can
we
hear
all?
him hiccuping and singing Auld Lang Syne again and again, getting all of it wrong.
I'm assuming here that the entrance is on the guard side.
Yeah.
Okay.
So do you want to go up to the mill?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's make this
Fortunately,
fun.
you have cobalt senses because it is pitch black in this mill. As you open, the door isn't exactly locked. There's a big sign outside and a bunch of looks to be like signs about fire with a big red X over the fire. And as you open the door, you see a bunch of big, huge, like cobalt-sized barrels, and everything is kind of got a thin layer of just black sand on it.
Are any of the barrels intact?
Yeah.
Can I knock over one of the barrels and kind of roll on top of it?
Oh, okay. So you want to take a barrel that's like this, turn it like this way, and then get on top of it?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, give me an athlete roll. Difficulty 3.
So that's brawn again, right?
Yeah.
That's the one I just did. Okay.
Actually, yeah. That'll be that, yeah. Failure. Unfortunately, you try to You try to knock it over. It is empty, but you knock it over and you knock over the one next to it, and this one breaks. The one next to it is still intact, but feels much heavier and more difficult to kind of maneuver. Give me a Kobold Horrible Death check.
Wait for it.
15. All right.
My poor Snecker.
Let's roll and see what happens to this town.
Oh god.
Okay, so give me an inside horrible death check. There's so many ways that this could go even more wrong because you are in a black powder mill.
Oh, wait, what?
Wait, what?
I'm assuming, yeah, it just says horrible death and outside horrible. I'm assuming it's the
Yeah, the regular horrible death. You are not outside.
Okay.
7.
What?
Okay, you have been hit with a falling cow. It gets dark all of a sudden. You look up just in time to see a cow falling from the sky directly above you. You'll never really know where that cow came from, but you have a few leading suspects. As you stand there pondering who would do such a thing, you die a quick but amazingly painless death as you are crushed under the weight of the massive bovine. You, the cow, and all of your possessions are crushed into a mostly non-dairy paste. So, I
Just
need a
how Grandma went
splotch.
out.
I need to put a splotch where you were, and then start building another kobold.
Alrighty.
So if it's mostly not milky, does that mean it was legendary?
Yeah, and then, you know what? You have a new kobold. Give me a horrible death check.
Okay.
What do I need? I need some kind of ooze-like thing, some kind of goo.
Yay, success.
Yay! You clearly survived. All right. So that's not, your turn hasn't even come up yet.
Your time will come soon.
I need some ooze. Give me some ooze.
Do you need to solve the
Roll
secret
20.
of the
Roll 20
ooze?
has a lot of free options, which is great. But it also has a ton of free options.
Here, I'll hook you up. Ooh.
Okay, who's up next? All right, Glort.
Hi.
Your ice is thin. I mean, go.
So, yeah, I'm producing the stream for you, so back off, chump.
Oh, the stream got hit with a cow.
Oh no, I just gotta click stop stream.
Oops.
So yeah, Glort, screaming with this rake over her head, comes charging out of the little stall, whatever the hell they're called that I'm in.
Yes.
And like rings, swings it back with both hands and grips it like a baseball bat, basically, and just like goes to like comes very short to just kind of like start spinning around and around to like build up momentum, and then just wants to like Witcher style swing and plant this thing into the side.
Okay, that will be
Silver
a
for monsters.
difficulty-
Ah!
That will be a difficulty 2 brawl.
Okay.
Add 1 to your number. Add 1 to your brawn while holding this thing.
Add 1 to my brawn while holding this thing. Holy
Yes.
cow! All right, boom! I got a hot 7 on my brawn now. Sorry, is it difficulty 2?
Yes.
X. Yeah, they haven't gone to bed yet.
Yeah, okay, I'll give it to you.
Okay, I don't know how to do like dog. So usually you just say like go louder, but I don't know how to do better. I don't know how to bark like a dog better.
I'll give it to you.
Okay,
I think it's just fun.
I think it's funny too. Woohoo!
Ooh, you got a 2 under your 7. All right. So
Hell
you
yeah.
succeed in dealing apparently plus your meat, which is derived from your brawn.
My
What is
meat
your
is
brawn currently?
so my brawn is 7, and it says my meat is 2.
That is correct. I didn't know if I had accidentally upped your meat. I'd have to check
On
the
a
handy
first
dandy
date.
chart. But so you slash into this thing with Excalibur, Excalibur,
Yeah, Rake Scalibur.
Excalibur.
Rake Scalibur. Which you told me does 4 damage.
Yeah, plus your meat
Plus my 2
number,
meat.
which is 2,
so,
which is 6.
so 6
So
damage.
You effectively whack this thing and just the back you whack not both of its legs as you hit it so hard. Both of its legs fall off independently.
Jesus.
The head and neck also fall to the ground independently, and the front of it falls into 2 perfectly sized chicken breasts.
And Flea falls where?
Flea falls down, taking 1 damage.
Oh.
So in front of you are 2 giant chicken legs, 2 one-handed chicken breasts, and a chicken head and neck.
Oh man. Okay.
You hit it so hard, all the feathers popped off as well. And so it does not need to be plucked. It is currently...
Fucked. Okay, so here's a weird question for you. So the random kobold I came up with has a backpack,
Yeah.
but she's also wearing an apron which counts as a backpack.
You got pockets front and back.
Oh, sick. All right, then it's, yeah. Into the
And
backpack
so-
goes one chicken breast, and into the apron goes the other.
And Flea has some as well.
Perfect.
Okay, good. All right, I just wanted to make sure Flea wasn't hungry. But you are hungry, which raises an interesting point.
Oh, that's true, I am.
So let's look up what hungry does. Do.
Makes you make mistakes. Good
Hungry.
mistakes.
King... The kobold has an insatiable appetite. 1 to rival King Torg.
All hail King Torg!
All hail King Torg!
Okay. Everyone was just a little late there, except for Glort. Alright. Your need to eat is so great that if you come across anything edible, you must make an ego roll, difficulty in this case 3, or eat, or go into a feeding frenzy, unable to stop themselves from trying to eat their prey. The kobold definition of edible is anything that fits in your mouth
Okay.
and tastes good,
Yeah.
which
This
is anything. Each turn spent munching reduces the ego roll by 1 die, and the roll to stop must be retried every turn. So starting next turn,
Okay.
you will have to make this roll at the start of each turn to do anything except consume chicken.
Right. And it's a big chicken breast. So, like, one went into the back and then one came into the front. I'm just, like, looking at it going, like, oh, it's just right there in my face.
And then there's one gigantic chicken leg, which is basically a 2-handed club.
Hopefully you've got a weapon.
For fleas. Yeah, for fleas reference. Okay. All right. So you load up with stuff and then start moving. Chaff,
Yes.
you have a shopping cart, a broken door, and a closed glass door in front of you. It's a bit in front of you.
And a lifetime of regret behind you.
So I got food in my cart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I realized yeet gone. Okay. And
Oh,
push.
here's one thing you can do.
Mhm.
Yeet. Not untasty.
Mm. I do not have the hunger.
Okay.
So
I'm just saying you could put it in the cart. Okay.
Oh, I could put. Oh, her body's still there.
Yeah.
Oh.
With a giant lance through it.
Oh. Can I put her body in? Can I put their body in there?
All right. Spend so give me a athletics check at difficulty 2 because the lance is just in there, real just in there, and you're trying to get it like as much of yeet as you can from around the lance.
So it's brawn.
It's a brawn check, difficulty 2.
Can I bark to make it 1?
I mean, you're gonna have to work at it. I'm gonna need more. Okay, that's good. I love it. Perfect. All right. So here's something I haven't mentioned before. There is a god of kobolds that his name is Vorg. He's the god of anger. He wasn't always the god of anger. He woke up late and became the god of kobolds, and then was just so angry that he out-angered the god of anger. Now, invoking Vor does might reduce a roll by 1, but will have some side effects
Ooh.
for future reference.
Success.
All right, so success. You haul this body of Yeet into what was Yeet carrying? Do we remember, or have we forgotten? Oh, some baby powder. Death gripped in Yeet's hand is a bottle of baby powder. As you fling it into the cart, the whole body just goes in, And are you gonna try to move the cart out of the store?
Yes.
All right, the guy's gonna try to stop you. So how are you going to get past the dude with the one dude? He looks very like confused and is like gonna try to stop the cart as you run towards the closed glass door.
Keep running.
Okay.
I'm going. I'm going.
All right, so
Don't
give
stop
me
for nothing.
give me a difficulty 3 brawn check, as he's gonna attempt to like stop the cart with his hands. He is not unstrong. Stronger than he's super skinny, and you wouldn't think it, but his arms are very sinewy.
Oh.
Failure. So give me a kobold horrible death check first.
Oh.
Success. Oh, 13, getting up there. So close. All right. So he effectively stops the cart and stares down. And he was like, "Hey, that's stealing." And there, we're gonna cut over to Yeeter, new Yeeter, Yeeter Jr.
Yeeter Jr. So,
Are you going to door 1 or 2?
the one by the 2 little booths.
All right, you're going to cave 1. What color was your green? You are green.
Green.
I will put you by cave 1.
Thank you.
There you go. You see 2 little booths, blah, blah, blah. The actual information and the real information.
I want to go up to the one that is closer to the cave entrance.
All right, which is the actual information booth.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're there.
Does the human inside respond?
It looks over at you and says, "Why, hello," in Kobold. It moves very stutteredly. It is made of metal. It says, "What can I do to assist you today?"
I will reply in Kobold. Where? No, Yeeter Jr. needs a new voice. Where do babies?
That's a complicated question, and I've been programmed to tell you. Ask your parents.
Not where babies come from. Where are the babies?
Current town population has 6 babies. I will put them on the map. Suddenly, babies appear on
On your mini map.
your mini-map.
Because you're very short, you're a kobold.
There is one unknown and curious baby currently not that far from Mondo's Mansion of Mysteries, which is number
I'm on
16
you,
on your map.
Okay.
Let me put this on the correct layer. Took it. There we go. There is a baby at, where is it? The McGurdy residence, which is number 7. And another baby. Paste? Nope. Wrong. Yeah. There we go. And another baby at the Gerd Mickey residence right next door. There are several babies at the nursery, which is number 6. Paste. Layer token.
So what you're telling me is it might have slightly behooved us to actually go into town where people live.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hearing here.
Yeah. Also, baby here. And
Oh, I
let's
went in the
say-
wrong building.
Yeah, you're like right between the babies.
Apparently.
Mm-hmm.
You went right into the place that smelled like cooking oil. All right, that's all the babies that this thing is aware of. Yeah, it's a good amount of babies. Plenty of
Cool.
babies.
Do I have any other actions?
That was just chatting.
I am going to, sorry about that, start making my way to the closest baby.
All right, that would be the baby not that far from number 14 that I randomly placed in a home on the map.
Mhm.
So in front of you is a bridge over a river and then 2 outposts.
Mm.
One of these guards is clearly not paying attention to that anymore as he is inspecting the cow that fell through the roof. And the other one is clearly not looking because it's also looking. This guard here is looking into calling out the other one and she's going, Sean, tell me what you see. And Sean goes back, I don't know. It's just like a cow fell through the roof or something. Like,
Which
where
I
did the
could.
cow come from? Like, what was that? Where did the cow come from? I never understand it when you speak. And so that's what you hear yelling as you approach the bridge. But
Okay.
you, if you keep walking, you will eventually pass in front of the guard, the female guard there.
Well, I kind of want to get to the far edge of the bridge and like just duck down and hide
Alright,
and be
so-
ready.
Do you have hide?
Do I hide?
Do you have hide? That is the question.
I mean, I'm a kobold, so I'm covered in hide.
Do you want to just tell
So-
me that you have hide and lie and take a kobold horrible death check?
Well, I mean, I do have hide.
Oh well, then roll hide. Reduce the. Okay, hold on. Let me read. Gives you kobold to conceal herself in shadows or behind anything else, i.e., cover. I'll say the bridge has enough shadows. It's dark. Difficulty is cunning. What is the cunning on town guard? Town guard is.
It's dark, cut to the noonday sun.
Why wouldn't they just give me the stats for that? Definitely not old veteran. Okay.
That
this
sounds
is
good.
Just a standard dirt merchant or farmer. All right. So that's extraneous. Difficulty will be 2.
Okay. And this is an ego?
It is an ego skill. Hold on, there's a little more.
Okay.
They're not actively seeking you, and you're being ignored for the most part. So add an extra die, or subtract a die. So difficulty's down to 1.
Can I bark like a kobold and reduce it to 0? And just succeed? I honestly don't know. I'm asking.
Yes.
Okay, then I would like to bark like a kobold
It
and
better be
succeed.
good.
This better be really good.
Better be real good. That was so good your microphone couldn't handle it.
Yeah, it clipped out.
I love it.
Several times.
Which is fantastic.
Point of order, though,
Now-
that's a howl, not a bark.
It absolutely reduces it to 0. But here's the thing.
Okay.
You just howled in the middle of that bridge.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Yes.
So they don't see you per se, but now they think there's something over there.
Meow.
All right. And
Old
with
camp
that,
friend.
we're going to move on to Flea.
Yeah, we did good. And as Flea's just,
Yes, that was
Down in the
amazing.
I know we did so good.
Yes, I was great.
Well, I helped somewhat.
Let's take this chicken back.
Okay.
All right,
Oh.
you're close enough. You can get the chicken back in 1 turn. Oh,
Okay.
yeah, never mind. It's Flea's turn, so.
Yeah. Is there by chance like small bits, like the giblets or something like that?
It was hit so hard that there's the giblets in a plastic bag. There is a perfectly shaped carton with a little M on it, with a little crown on it, that has 6 little bits in it, covered in breading somehow.
Perfect.
And there is another thing with paper covered in those little M's with crowns on it, that seems like squishy, and is a chicken sandwich. And there is also the head and neck, and then the 2 giant drumsticks, which are basically 2-handed for you.
Flea will put all away except the giblets.
How? Do you have a backpack?
Yes, and an
So you
apron.
can get one of the you can get the giblets, you can get the nuggets, you can get the sandwich, you can get the drumstick, but not the other drumstick.
Yeah, because we're
Actually, you
me
can
and
get the-
Glort are working together. We're both.
Yeah, between the
getting
2 of
parts.
you, you can get it all.
I'll accept like the giblets we'll put away,
Uh-huh.
and that kind of like, well, we better make sure that all hail King Glort can taste it.
Oh, hail
right?
King
Hail
Let's.
King Torg.
All right. So the following people have to take a kobold horrible death check.
Said Glort.
Sorkia, take a horrible
did
death
not
check.
hear Torg.
Chaff, take a horrible death
All
check.
hail King Torg.
All hail
Oh, hail
King
King
Torg.
Oh, hail King Torg.
And since Yeeter was muted, I will not give them a horrible death check for saying "All hail King Torg" in response to
All hail King Torg.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, King Torch!
Okay. So, Chaff and Snicker, give me your death checks.
What, me?
Yeah, you said it when you were prompted by you fell for Glort.
Oh.
You fell for All Hail King Glort.
Ah!
Okay, so Chaff, you standing there eyeing just dense, like intense eye contact on opposite sides of the shopping cart with the body of a kobold and a case of baby fooded individual packets and a giant shield. And you can give me a horrible death roll on the horrible death chart.
Ooh.
So you have rolled 9, which is fun.
You're gonna get a stick of Big Red. It's gonna be great.
You should have listened to your mother. She tried to warn you. Vor is an angry god who does not take indiscretions lightly. You try your best to keep all 23 of Vor's commandments, but you always slip up on number 13, which is either "Thou shalt not belch the name of Vor, nor shalt thou sing it in a stupid rhyming ditty," or something about "places one shall not insert fried chicken." The ground shakes. A huge red bolt hurtles from the sky directly into your forehead, transforming you and your possessions into a tiny pile of chalky orange ash. So, you, ingloriously, are dust in the wind. And the guy goes, "Oh, now I gotta get a mop." Okay, and then continue rolling up your character.
Like Flea will kind of like just as they're heading back, will kind of like, well, we gotta make sure the giblets are. We gotta make sure this all tastes good. We'll make sure to taste the giblets so that it's not poison.
But chickens are poison. Snakes are
No,
poison.
see, that's why we're gonna be eating the giblets
What?
to make sure.
But snakes are poison. Snakes aren't chicken. Are snakes chicken? I saw a chicken snake once.
Oh, I want to take one of those. Yeah, and we probably head back as we keep.
All right. Now, here's the thing. You eating those giblets in front of Glort
It's not a good idea.
is going to
like I handed.
increase
It's
her
safe.
difficulty by 1.
Like, is it not just like after like we hand it to? It's not poison.
Well, you're not there yet.
Okay.
Because there's a chance that she's gonna eat some of it first.
Yeah, like that's roughly the idea. Is Flea and Glort are eating the giblets as we walk there. And that way, save the rest for the king.
Okay. Yes, Snicker the Second. Which tunnel are you coming out of?
I do believe I will come back out of K1.
Okay, Cave 1. All right. You show up, fresh kobold. You've been sent to replace what is clearly a gooey and delicious fallen ally. You see 2 booths in front of you. Repeat thing I previously said. You see also a bridge, a river, and
Would I see Eater?
you don't see Eater actually. Eater is too well hidden. But
Okay.
you did hear the call of your people. The song of your people being sung from that bridge.
All right, I'll go up to I'll go up to 12A and figure out where to go next.
You're going okay. So you go up to the information booth?
Yeah.
Hello. How may we help you today? Or how may I help you today?
Tell me
You're
where to
at the
go.
Actual information booth. You should go where your heart commands. Follow your dreams.
Okay,
Flea,
physically,
it's
where
good
should I go?
I do not have guidance for you. Maybe you should check in with the town information center. Perhaps you should go to the general's store. Are you in the market for a insert object of the day? Then you should go to the specific store. If you are hungry, there are plenty of places to eat. Would you like to hear a list? I'm sure this is entertaining.
You know, and I'll just say screw it, and I'll start going across the bridge, heading towards. I guess it would be number 2.
All right. So you just stroll. Do you stroll just clear past where you know that Eat Junior is hiding? You just singing a song, walking along.
Like maybe as I pass, I'll just poke him in the side.
All right. As you do, you come across a woman holding a spear, and she puts it in front of you and is like, "Hey, what you doing there, kobold? Get out of town!" If you don't speak human, you don't really understand what she says, but she's clearly brandishing that spear at you.
I
In
do
an,
indeed speak human.
What's that?
I do indeed speak human.
How many human words do you know?
4.
Wow, that's actually pretty impressive for a kobold.
Do you know which 4 words are there? You have to pick.
I know specifically stop, go, away, and hello.
So, do you attempt to speak human at this human?
Sure.
Do you have any bogeys like winning smile?
No.
Okay, good. Or not bogey benefit. So she's like, you understand me? Hey, be gone with you, you little monster.
Stop.
Collaborate and listen.
She's not pointed her spear elsewhere. It is still pointed at you.
Hello, go.
Yeah. Hello. Now go. Go away.
And is she in front of me on the path, or is she off to the side of the path?
She's blocking you.
Oh.
Oh, no, that was you I spun. I meant to do that. Bloop. No, I have to hold down Alt. There we go. Blocking you. And facing you.
And there's no way to get around her?
You could attempt to do a number of things, but she will attempt to stop you if you try.
You can just tell her to go away. You have the vocabulary for it. Maybe it'll work.
I think they tried that and it didn't really work. So, are you going to attempt to like wriggle around or what do you make a move?
Yeah.
Pick a skill. Try to apply it. What you got?
Can I jump on top of her just to get around her?
Like Mario Brothers?
Yeah.
You can certainly try.
Goomba, this nice woman.
That
Yep.
will be a difficulty 3 athlete.
Oh, actually, that would probably knock it down to a 2 if I have athlete, right?
Not the way it actually works. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Athlete is it's 3. It's 3 currently.
Okay.
Unless you've got some other cool way to do it. Like, do you have a big thing in your hand that you can use to like what is that called? High jump?
Pole vault.
Pole vault, that's it. I was gonna call it a javelin, but
I mean, a javelin would be awesome, but no, I do not have a javelin.
you should have
I mean,
been
I've
born
got-
holding a javelin.
I've got
Either-
chopsticks, but that's about it.
Yeater Jr. is a super chunky boy. You could probably leapfrog off of him if the mayor would allow.
You're too far
Peter's
back,
hiding
though.
in a bush.
Okay.
Meowing.
So
Very
it's a
defensively.
3 difficulty check. So go ahead and roll it, or think of something else to do quickly.
So what exactly does the athlete skill do for me then?
It allows you to try stuff like this.
Oh, okay.
It makes it possible at all.
Okay. And you said eco? Is it
No, this is brawn.
brawn? Okay. And difficulty of 3.
3. 13.
God damn it.
All right, you have failed. Roll once on the kobold herbal death checks. And you should probably live through the first one, I think.
This is actually my second one, technically.
Oh, there's a chance then. No? Let's see.
Success.
Okay, success. You continue to live, but you do not get past her as you leap up and she kind of like hits you with the cross of her spear back and prevents you from going forward.
Okay.
All right, moving on. We have Glort. You
Yeah.
are watching Flea eat the most delicious looking viscera you have ever seen in your life. And you're holding chicken breasts in your back and in your front.
No, what
And
I'm
there's that-
holding is
there's that-
Excalibur.
You're holding Excalibur, and then there's that big honking leg in Flea's backpack. Or in Flea's front, actually, because Flea has an apron. And then there's
And
the
a
big
backpack.
honking leg still yet on the ground.
I would like to push past my baser instincts, or attempt to, and
Right, so
and
it is
continue to carry this food to the cave.
It is a difficulty 3 ego roll.
Hell yeah, it is.
Flea does have the giblets out if you want to nibble on.
Okay, you know what? Screw it then. I'm just gonna shonk down on their hand.
Okay, you're gonna chunk down on Flea's hand.
Yeah, it's got giblets in it.
Yeah, like
Screw it.
he
I'll
was
just...
actually offering it.
Yeah, I know. That's
All right,
dangerous. I'm a kobold.
Go
you
ahead
won't pull.
and
You'll pull back a stump.
let me look at some stats real quick. All right, Flea's agility is 3. So the difficulty of catching Flea's hand in this is 3. So it's 3, and then you have to roll under your brawn.
Brawn. Okie dokie. No problem. I don't think I can bark better than what just happened, so we're just gonna... There it is.
Failure. So you have failed.
That's true.
Give me a Kobold Horrible Death check.
That is okay. I can deal with that.
Success. All right. But you can now choose to make the ego roll. You didn't get those giblets, but you've got... It's literally right in front of you.
Oh,
So you can make that ego roll or spend the turn chomping for some hit points.
I don't need to get any hit points. It's only my armor that's been damaged. So, like, I guess I need to break away from this food so I can get delivered to the cave. That, like, I need to get this food to the
Otherwise,
cave.
you're going to spend like 6 turns eating.
Yeah, basically. So, like, no. All right. Let's...
Difficulty of 3.
Okay, and it's on ego. All right.
Yep.
God, is there... Wait, okay, hang on. I can invoke...
Mhm.
So, can I bark and invoke that god? Is that... Can I stack those? Is that a thing?
I mean, you can.
Okay, well, let's see if barking works. Screw it then. Like, what time is it? Okay, they're not in bed for their 20 minutes.
All right. Yes,
Bark, bark, bark!
Bark, bark.
Because that was good enough for Michelle. So...
that's part of what made it so funny. That
woo,
works.
woo, come on. Anything?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Fantastic.
And
Okay.
then, what prayer do you say that draws Vor's eye?
Okay, so I gotta develop a prayer. Vor, you said was the name?
Vor, the god of anger and kobolds, and he's really angry about being the god of kobolds.
Okay, oh, Vor, blessed be thy name, but only just a little bit, because I don't really want to get your attention and piss you off. I beseech you, your humble, not really a servant, Glort, because you don't really like us all that much, but I'm kind of in your purview, so my bad. Please give me the strength to ignore the food that I shouldn't eat, because I totally have to go give this to King Torg. All hail King Torg.
Torg.
Nope. Ulfric, you are muted. Also, you are second too late, so give me a Kobold Horrible Death check, and you're muted, by the way.
And give me the resolve I need to just like walk
Okay.
the 20 feet that
Okay.
way to drop off all of this chicken meat.
All right, so you are down to 1 die. However, you do feel the mighty anger of Vor, the horrible god of kobolds,
Sick.
slash down just blindly. Just throw a lightning bolt, and you're like, "Oh no, Vor heard me," and then it doesn't hit you. But some kind of big angry bolt of the big red god's big red bolt of lightning did not hit you.
Okay.
It seems to have found a different kobold elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
My bad. I succeeded. I rolled a 1, so hot damn.
All right, success. So you don't. It looks so good, but you've got still in your possession and taking it back to the store. Taking it
Okay.
back to the visor.
Visor.
You see the bucket with a thing of brown sauce.
Ooh. But
How
then
much meat are you giving up?
I just take the meat I've got in my front and back pockets and just flump it into the bucket.
You gain 3 victory points for.
Hot damn. 1, 2, 3. I bring tribute for King Torg!
All
hail
King
Torg!
Torg!
There we go. That's what I want. All right.
And again, I just bear the rake over my head as I do so.
The visor looks at his staff, looks up at the rake, looks at his staff, looks at the rake.
Don't try it, buddy.
There's two of you there, assumably.
Don't try it, buddy.
Very well.
I'll send you to the big red ringed god. So help me. I'll do it.
Okay. So I say that's your turn.
Yes, 100%.
Next
I'll
time
need
you can
water
come
now.
out cave 1 or 2. All right. After Glortus Chaff. New Chaff, Rock. New
Rock.
Chaff is named Rock, by the way. We're not going to update the overlay every time, by the way, because that's a nightmare.
Oh, I have been as best I
Oh,
can.
you have been? Well, then.
Yeah, I've got
New Chaff is Rock.
Rock.
rock. Okay. Oh
Rock.
boy.
Also, Fox, take another victory point.
Oh, thank you.
All right, Rock.
I come out of cave 2.
Did you put your blue? I forget.
I'm silver. I don't know for
Okay.
you.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm
You're
here. Yeah.
you're at cave 2. Somehow, instinctively, you know that there's a shopping cart full of goods somewhere.
But I don't have to go that way, right?
You don't have to do anything. Oh, this guy has probably wandered back that way.
I wanted to cross the bridge this time.
Okay. So there is a guard who's kind of looking. There's kind of. Yeah. So would you like to? Are you able to sneak?
I can sneak. Rock.
Okay.
Sneak.
Give me that sneak roll. Let's see. Let's just go through sneak real quick.
Is that reflexes?
It is reflexes, and you will have a reflex of just 1, because he is not really paying attention. Success. You sneak the sneakiest. You have snuck. Would you? Yeah, and you're good there for now. That's a lot of movement. So, yeah,
Okay.
you're good there. All right. I'm going to have to toss off Chaff and right Rock. Yeeter, you're juniors. Yeeter.
So the guard is currently entangled with the other kobold.
Yep.
Sucks for
Currently
him.
with-
I want to sneak by and get a baby.
All right, give me a sneak.
Okay.
Difficulty of 1, as you are already somewhat hidden in.
Okay.
It's a reflexes difficulty of 1.
Reflexes.
All right, you succeed by rolling a 3 under 3. So you can feel free to move in any direction you want. Each there's a bunch of places on the map with numbers, and if you want to head towards a number, I can tell you more about a thing. Number 2, directly in front of you, has a big pointy top at the top of it, and then a lower roof, and then has a bunch of little stones out front or out the side of it, and a fence around most of the stones, but not all of the stones.
Are
It
there
has-
people in one direction over the other?
No. I mean, if you look at the map, you can see what you can see on the map. Number three is a bar that is hopping. You can, even at this early hour, it is no longer late. It is currently early. The bar is still hopping, and strangely, a lot of brightly colored flashing lights coming through there. It seems, and you can hear the sound of songs and people cheering and glasses clinking and partying still happening.
I think I'm gonna head up that way and head for that baby up top.
Up by number 4.
Yeah.
All right, so you can move 3, which will get you right next to the bar.
Cool.
Oh, that's someone
That's
else.
4.
Yes, you're green.
There
Yeah,
we go.
So
Yeah.
you can move right. I said it.
Okay.
Lost forever.
Doing a little dance with the guard. No big deal. Just shuffling her.
You go sneaking past, and you can hear the sounds of the alluring dance floor. Give me an ego check. Give me an ego roll, difficulty 1. As you are somewhat allured. Oh, you got a 4. Your ego is 2.
Yep.
So you start dancing. You're dancing. And you have the Ring of Human speaking, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You can see at the front of this bar, it says The Hedge. The door is just like bar doors, and inside you just see a cool-looking dance floor with nothing but the coolest people, drinking the coolest drinks, and just like everyone in there is just like somewhat beautiful. And in there you see just the most beautiful kobold you've ever seen dancing on that dance floor.
I think I am going to dance right up to the beautiful kobold.
You dance right up to the beautiful kobolds dancing with you. Its ears seem a little more pointy and kind of elvenish, but it's so beautiful for kobolds. And it goes, "Hey there, can I get you a drink? Something to eat?"
Yes.
And they turn around and suddenly they're holding a cake.
I want to like face plant into that cake.
All right. You face plant into this cake, and all of a sudden, you're just dancing. You're dancing. You're dancing the night away. And then it's been 13 years. And then it's been a decade. And then you
What?
realize this is a Fey bar.
Oh, god damn it. You piece of shit. God damn it, Kevin. Produce your own stream.
Can we
Time is
make the
weird inside of a
mayor
Fey
take
bar.
a? Can we make the mayor take a horrible
You
death
cannot.
check?
Lucky you have a wife and child.
This bar is technically part of the Feylands. You have entered the hedge and found yourself in the Feylands.
Okay.
So you're currently in the Feylands, where time is different. So that's the end of your turn.
How do you make the
Okay,
GM take
food.
a horrible death check? How does that work?
Nope, didn't happen. All right. I mean, I could take a horrible death check for Glurt. if you really want me
No,
to
thank
make
you.
one.
I'm good,
Okay.
actually.
Okay, up next is Flea. Flea, what are you up to besides being muted? There you go.
Oh, sorry about that. I
okay.
bring up the food and such, and just like empty the giblets into the bucket, then I empty everything
Right.
else. In the...
All right, the giblets are a point. The other one is you get 2 points. No, you had one of the giant chicken leg. You get 3 points as well.
Okay, off to get some more. All hail King. I know I should know this one. Glort?
Yes?
What's the name of the king again?
I'm not going down this road with you. Glort the Godslayer has bigger fish to fry.
Okay. I'll hail that.
The Viger goes, I'll hail that. All right. Which cave do you want to come out? 1 or 2?
Flea is following Glort. On to battle.
Into
Now,
2,
for the
I think?
once and future king.
Choose where I dumped all my stuff off. I haven't really left the cave yet, so
Okay.
until it's my turn, I'm kind of
So
still
yeah,
there.
you make your way back to the cave is this turn. All right. So you've got your stuff dropped off. You got your victory points. Moving on to Snecker. You are at an impasse here.
Am I no longer being held by that guard?
I mean, the
Seems
guard
like
is
they
still in
moved.
front of you, but you tried to jump at them and failed.
Well, it seems like they moved. Is all I ask.
Well, it's because I didn't hold Alt and it put them in a square. There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
All right, so I think I will just take the slingshot that's in my hand, reach into one of my pockets, grab a stone, and fire at them in the face.
Okay. Their difficulty is a 2.
And that is brawn.
It is a ranged weapon, so I think you can use reflexes.
Okay.
Unless you want to just not release it, and then you can use brawn to actually use it like a sap.
Yeah, I'll release it. Screw it. And you said difficulty 2? Correct?
Actually, it is made against ego difficulty 2.
Ego difficulty 2.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. My lowest stat.
Well, all your stats are still terrible. Compared to humans, all your stats are
Yeah,
All right, so you fail. You reach into the pouch, you find a stone, and you rip it out. And go ahead and make me okay. Give me a. Oh wait, you rolled an ego and succeeded. I was looking at something different. So you
yeah, I hadn't
reach
rolled
in,
yet.
You pull out a stone, and that stone, Snooter, is your name now. I'm sorry. Let me cross that off. Snooter. All right, so Snooter pulls out his uncle's kidney or their uncle's kidney stone, puts it in the bag, and flings it, hitting for let's see. Yeah, what is the damage on a sling? 1?
It's 1 damage plus my meat, correct?
Sure.
I'm legitimately asking.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
then it would be 4.
Meat is what's your meat or what's your brawn?
Brawn is 10.
Okay, so 3. Jeez.
Yeah, so it'd be 1 plus that.
Yep.
Okay,
So 4. You whack this the guard in the noggin for 4 damage, and she goes, "Ow, you little bastard!" And she's actually gonna. What's your agility, which is next to your reflex?
3.
Oh, you're hard to hit too. So she's gonna try to stab you with the spear, and has to get under 11. Difficulty 3. And got a 9. So she will deal spear. Spear's what? 2 damage? 2 damage plus deals 5 hits to you.
Okay.
So take it from armor first and then hit. If does it are you wearing armor?
I am. I was actually given a leather pocket or a leather apron.
Everyone gets the damn leather apron.
Yeah, a lot of those
It's
going
so
around.
good. It's the best. Okay.
It is.
It's the latest fashion, apparently.
So she's still standing, but looks like you stabbed her good.
Can I take another one?
Take another stab at her.
Yeah, another shot at her.
All right, but the difficulty will go up to 3. I think it was a 2 before. Yeah, 3.
Okay, and it's ego.
Yes.
Oh. All right.
All right. Let's see. All right, so you succeed again, dealing another 4 damage. The guard, you hit her square in the chest, and she yells out, "Ow, you little bastard!" And that's the end of the turn, as she has taken a large number of damage and is bleeding profusely from the 2 massive stones. Both of your uncle's kidney stones are now spent. Now you only have gallstones.
Ah.
Those are usually bigger anyway.
All right. Glort.
So yes.
Oh, by the way, when you die, you don't lose victory points. Victory points carry.
Oh, good to know.
Fabulous. Glort, who is now going around calling herself Glort Godcal, needs a new direction in life. Let's see here.
North? I don't know.
Yeah, north seems nice. So yeah, I'm gonna head northward towards like this is Baby Row up here. So
yeah, a lot of babies.
Yeah, I want to head across this bridge. So 1, 2, 3, and then really that's.
We'll put you on the corner of the thing so you can move 3 more. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
That's fine with me.
Okay.
What would you like to do now?
I mean,
you can hear a baby crying from over here.
Which, I mean, like, yeah, like my I'm very proudly, like, there's no sneakiness to it. It's just like she just got Excalibur like is propped up on one shoulder as a kobold can, and it's just like marching in the direction of that baby, just like as cocksure as they come. Just let's go.
All right, this guard who's up here seems a little drunk too and doesn't seem to notice you yet either.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
Don't fuck with me, human. I got a rake.
A war rake.
I've got Excalibur. I slew a god today.
I made a mistake. Okay. So are you want to continue moving towards the sound of baby crying?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, yeah, like I mean, if I can, like I'm moving to where this baby is.
Oh, since the sound of the giant thunderbolt that came through over at the number 11 here, you hear that baby crying, and you hear a weird kind of baby crying over this way. It's different.
Weird baby crying.
And then another baby crying over here in response to other babies crying.
Okay, there's some kind of weird like chain bark thing going on with the babies.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh. Duly noted. Like then, like as soon as I hear like the weird baby cry, like I'm gonna just, like I just turn and head towards that direction. But
okay.
But yeah.
So, all right. Rock, what are you up to?
Can Rock hear one of the babies cry?
Where is Rock? Rock's right in front of. Yes.
Yeah, Rock is.
Yeah, Rock. You can hear the babies crying here. You can hear the babies crying at these two houses, and the weird baby cry up this way.
Mm.
Rock, seize the babies.
Yes. Rock will go to.
Bring them to me that I might beat them to death with my rake.
No.
Fair enough.
We'll help you with that.
Rock wants to go to the right. Yeah, that first baby.
Closest baby.
Yeah.
Closest baby, best baby.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
So
right
you
there.
come to this two-story farmhouse. There is a giant not apple tree. Apple trees don't grow giant. There is a giant tree that has those spiky little balls. We would call them dingleberries. Everyone calls them different things. But they fall off a tree and they're just like a bunch of spikes on a ball. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Are you wearing any kind of footwear?
No.
Okay, noted. As you move through this yard, you take one hit from the tiny spiky little balls that fall off this tree and hang around all year round for some damn reason. I'm trying to remember other names for them. I'm sure chat has some, but I don't know. And you can see in the second floor of this house, there is an open window where you can see a woman consoling a crying baby.
I want to go to the window. Climb.
All
Climb up
right,
to
so
the
give me an
window, or-
athlete to get up that tree.
So what do I?
Difficulty
roll?
will be 3. Are you trained in athlete?
No.
All right, difficulty is 4.
You got this.
Or you can cheat and tell me you have athlete.
I have athlete.
Okay, I believe you. Take a Cobalt Harbor blood check.
Oh, do I do that first?
Yes. All right, you succeed. You're still alive to climb up this tree.
Can't
But it's
stop the
still
rock.
3 difficulty.
Gotta
It is
keep
a
on
big
rocking.
tree. It is a little far from the house. You're trying to get into the window?
Yeah.
Or just up the tree?
I thought I could climb up the house to the.
Oh, you're going up the house. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Noted.
Still.
The
3?
tree's not that far away. But go ahead and roll with a 3.
Okay. Rock is like whatever's going to get to the baby first.
House.
Oh.
Rock thinks very linearly.
Yes.
Okay, so you fail. You scramble up. You don't. The siding is a surprisingly tough material. It's kind of metallic. You scrape away little bits of what look to be, you thought were wood, but it's just paint that looks like wood. And underneath is like a thin metal that crunches a little bit. And you leave claw marks in it, but not enough to get purchased.
I just kind of nod sagely and go, "That never works."
I've just decided that behind you, the tree has a tire swing that you didn't notice until you came around the side of the tree. All right. All right, moving on from Rock Yeater.
You're muted.
Muter.
I'm not sure what I can do in the Fey bar.
Okay, that's true. You are
Get lucky?
trapped for a time. Get Lucky starts playing, and suddenly you want to leave. No, make an ego roll.
Okay.
Difficulty 2. I'll say difficulty 3.
I don't even need to roll to know I'm gonna fail that.
You could roll 3 ones. Your ego is 2. Never mind.
Can
I will give you a difficulty.
You can
I will
always
give you a
pray.
difficulty.
Can I just like chill in the Fae bar and get drunk and and dance with the pretty Fae people all night?
You can if that's the end of Yeeter Junior. Yeeter Junior loves to dance the eons away.
Yeah, Yeeter Junior's just gonna
Yeeter
get
Junior
pissed
is
off
now
their
owned
face.
by this Fae bar.
Yeah, that's fine.
You went into the land of fairy and ate the food.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
So you can choose to roll a new character, or we only have like 20 minutes left. So,
Okay.
Yeeter, I will give you 2 victory points for get that cake
Okay.
You gotta get that cake.
and howl of victory. So 2 points.
Sweet.
All right. So, Flea.
Yes. I will follow my lord with Excalibur.
All right, you follow her, and you get there, and then you wait to see what she does next, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So back to the top of the order. I'm going to say all movement is let's go tripled. Let's get places, people. So, Snooter, this guard is still in front. It looks like they're about to like back away, and would be very easy to run past. You can hear the sound of babies crying over here, and a weird baby cry over here. Plus, no, you. And the
looks
smell
like
of milk over here. And this, yeah, you can smell.
I think I have a vague memory of that, and no, that, I don't believe I'll go that way.
Like overpowered by the smell of offal. Like
that's a choice you can make. You can choose.
I'm surprised the mill didn't blow up when that happened.
All right, so which way you headed?
Or
are you running past? Are you doing?
I'm gonna run past if she's backing off, and just as I run past, I'll just yell, "Go away!" Inhuman, because
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
I will. You said movement's tripled, so that's what, like
9.
Which
12,
way?
9 squares.
9 squares. Why not? And as you pass things, I will tell you what they are. The first store you see is 10A, which is the specific shop, in which the window has a number of glorious diadems and jeweled crowns that are all exactly the same. Jeweled crown, again and again.
Nah, I'll ignore those.
On the other side of you is a church. Yeah, it's a church. Yeah. Continue moving. Number 2 is a church.
5, 8. I actually might be able to just make it. I'm gonna go up to that weird baby cry.
Okay.
See what the hell that is.
Give me an ego check. Difficulty 2.
Oh, this ought to be fun.
You, as you pass by Mondo's mansion of mysteries.
I gotta see. Damn.
Looking around, you see you hear a weird baby. It's kind of like under just like in the backyard of this place, and it's just like hanging out. And in one hand, let me make this bigger so everyone can see what baby you found. In one hand is a top hat, and
good
along
God.
it is a sash.
That's a big baby.
That says 2020. And in his other hand is a glass of champagne.
Okay, that baby should not have that.
Why not?
The baby because the baby
baby's-
puts the top hat on and goes,
Because that baby has to drive. It has no. Can't afford an Uber. It's a baby.
Oh yeah.
So
Can
it
I
shouldn't be drinking?
Can I steal the top hat, put it on my own head, and then pick up the baby with my other arm?
All right. So to take the top hat from this baby will be incredibly difficult. It's like it puts the top hat on, and it's like the top hat is glued in place.
Okay.
So
Well, then
you
I'm just going to
attempt
take the entire baby.
Well, you're going to attempt to take this top hat because you
Oh,
might.
God damn it.
And things will change if you do.
Okay, cool.
All right. So do you have the skill steal?
I do.
Well, here's how steal says. Kobolds with the skill are shiftier than those with sneak. They can take a weapon, an item, a baby from someone else without knowing who took it. But this is a special case where you've got to steal this from that baby. So,
Okay.
difficulty of stealing this is, let's go with 2, because I want to see what happens if you succeed.
Okay. And that reflex?
And it is a reflex skill.
Cool. This ought to be fun.
10. Okay, so you snatch this hat off the baby, and the baby just looks so sad as you put the top hat on. You put the top hat on, and you realize you can feel it. You can feel the cosmos. As you look, you notice exactly how old everything around you is, including that parasite that started crawling up your leg about a year and a half ago and is now about by your knee. And you can tell exactly how old this store is. And it's, when you look at the Store of Mysteries, you don't know how old it is. It's a mystery. Make another ego roll, difficulty 3.
Oh, God. Difficulty 3?
Yes. As your mind is blown.
Secrets kobolds were not meant to know.
All right. Well, that's a failure.
All right, roll a kobold
Barely.
horrible death check as you and as you grasp the cosmos in your tiny brain cell. Success, still good. Okay, but the baby does get away from you.
How dare.
Okay.
Price of knowledge.
After that, Glort.
All right, so, well, I mean, you said there was well, screw it. I just want to go into this house and get this baby. So, one presumes there is a front door.
There is a front door.
Great. I want to, well, I'm a kobold, but I'm going to try to kick that shit in. Just like,
All right, give me an athlete.
athlete. Okay.
Or are you just going to try to cut through it?
I don't think I can cut it. Yeah, screw it. I'm holding Ray
It's a magic
Excalibur.
rake.
I'm gonna slash the door down with Ray Excalibur.
Difficulty 1.
Claim my prize.
Difficulty is going to be 1 brawl.
One brawl.
Brawn.
Brawn rather, yeah.
Success.
Boom,
So
there you go.
What is your brawn? Your brawn is 7, so you do 11 damage to the door. All right, the door just like gets chopped like a ninja sword. As the rake, just 4 perfectly drawn like lines go from one side of outside of the door to the other, and the door falls apart. And inside you see a lot of stuff on the floor, ton of like confetti and glitter, and you see like tipped over hats and a giant bowl of punch, and a just like 2 people sleeping on the same couch on top of each other, and then a recliner with a sleeping guy in it wearing just like a white t-shirt and like pajama pants. And they're all in front of a box that is currently off.
Quick shout out to Chromatic Chimera for the raid, just real quick. They just brought in 13 people. So if you're just joining us, we're eating cooking babies.
It's a thing. And exploding.
And exploding on occasion. And occasionally getting buried underneath falling bovines.
Hey, now, that only happened once.
Okay, bovine then. And I killed a god. It was awesome. So I see a bunch of passed out humans doing whatever humans do. It's confusing and frightening to me. But there's none of the small babies are around anywhere from what I can see.
No, there are stairs setting up and stairs heading down.
Ah man. Then I'm just gonna.
You hear some sounds from the back room.
Okay, awesome. Then I'm gonna twirl my friggin' Ray Excalibur like behind me, like I'm Darth Maul, and run towards the sound.
All right. The sounds in the room behind you, or upstairs?
Oh, there's sounds upstairs as well.
Yes.
Oh yeah, up the stairs then.
All right. As you ninja run up the stairs, give me a 1 difficulty reflex. Which is your reflex higher than 6?
My reflexes are 8.
Okay, so you dodge out of the way as the door gets opened.
Oh god.
And standing in front of you is a human in what looks to be Player's Handbook standard plate armor.
Oh Jesus.
On his side is Player's Handbook standard sword. And He says, Miley, you've got a kobold. And she says, what, Tordek?
You don't have a kobold, you have Lord Godkill. I guess I swing Excalibur at this guy.
Okay. Here,
I know we're
you
kinda
come
coming
across
down
the
to it on
blessing of
time, so-
Excalibur. Make a roll to hit.
Sure. Braun. What difficulty?
Difficulty 3.
3. Oh, fuck. My wife's asleep. I can't do any more barking. Here goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You failed. So you have just discovered the problem. No,
Oh.
it doesn't hit him. It goes clear through him, as he is of good heart.
Oh, shit.
And Excalibur cannot harm those of good heart. So it goes through him,
Yeah,
and he
he's-
just goes, not today, and pulls out his sword. What is your agility?
My
Oh,
agility
give
was...
me a kobold random death check first. You might actually end up killing an adventurer.
Boom.
If
and
you
then
die,
boom.
you might also take him with you.
I live.
All right, oh,
For-
well,
well,
too bad.
I live from that, anyway.
You live from that. Okay, he is an old veteran.
Oh, God.
No, he's not that old of a veteran. Let's give
You
him
say give me a
blacksmith
minute, I'll
stats.
get there
Okay.
and tell you exactly how old he is.
That's
What is
true.
your reflex?
My reflex is 2.
Okay.
Or no, sorry, my reflexes are 8. My agility is 2. Ugh. Hard to keep straight, sorry. Reflexes are 8.
Under 11 on a 2d6. 11. So close to missing you. But Tordek lays into you with the spear, which is 9 hits of damage.
Oh, man.
Holy cow.
Hang on. Okay, so 9. So 4 goes into armor.
4 goes into armor, and then what's your brawn?
I have 8 hits left, so I go down to 3. So I survive by a sliver. I have 3 hits left.
Hardy kobold.
Ah.
He two-handed his longsword. You see a shield and then 2 short swords on his back, and then everything he has from the 3rd edition player's handbook. Yeah.
This fucking guy over here. Jesus.
Sorry, I'm amusing myself. All right.
That's fair. You painted quite a picture.
Tordek from the player's handbook, because why not?
For a
Okay,
second
I
there, I
lost
thought you
where
said
I was.
Thordak.
Was it
Cinder
Thordak?
King.
Tordek is a dwarf. Thordak.
Thordak is the red dragon.
Thordak is the red dragon. I think Tordek is the 3rd edition player's handbook vanilla standard fighter human that they
Oh,
use
right.
in the art. If memory serves. All right, so Rock.
Rock stick rope, so climb up the rope.
Oh no, Tordek's a dwarf. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So it's a dwarf that did that. But yes, you're gonna climb up
They
the
all look
rope
like
screen?
humans to me.
Yes.
All right. Give me a 2 difficulty athletics.
So, well, is that brawn or reflexes?
Brawn.
Brawn?
Yeah.
Difficulty 2?
Yep. All right, you successfully get up into the window where you see a Hold on, now I have to look up Miley because I said that name. Oh nope, I forget. So it doesn't matter. You see let's say a dark-skinned halfling woman with I think her hair is up in like a bun, rocking a halfling baby to sleep. And she is wearing leather armor and has a number of throwing knives on her.
Did you just crack open the 3.5 PHB and be like, ah, my cast?
I want to steal, baby. Rock can steal.
Do you speak English?
No.
Or no, I say English. I'm sorry. Human. Do you speak human?
Nope.
Okay, so you say that, but
No, Rock wants Rock can no, I have to steal. Rock wants to steal the baby.
okay. Are you going to attempt to use the steel?
Yes.
All right. The difficulty on this is 4. Actually, yeah, 4.
Can I bark?
I mean, you can. It's going to be difficult, and you know, yeah. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
That was delightful.
It's down to 3.
So Braun, 3, right?
It is a steal,
Unless
which
you
I
in-
believe is reflex.
Unless you invoke the name of that god person.
Ooh. So, okay, so now I'm gonna look at- what's the god's name again? Vor?
Vor,
Mm-hmm.
the big red
Vor.
angry god.
You're like, Vor! Baby, help me get baby.
Take a Kobold Horrible Death check.
Oh,
yeah.
no! Oh
Okay.
no! Rock is dead.
I am so sorry.
I'm not.
Bye, Rock.
All right. Go ahead and roll on the Kobold Horrible Death chart. Nope, roll again. We already did Angry Bolt of Death. Nope, roll again. We already did Angry Bolt of Death. Hail of Arrows. There we go. Coming from an elf, far distant. No one can explain it, but every kobold seems to know that from time to time, arrows simply rain from the sky. It could be archers, traps, evil monkeys, or punk centaur teenagers. You'll never know. In the blink of an eye, everything in the square with you is turned into pincushions, taking 2d6 damage. All bystanders, those in adjacent squares take 1 damage from stray shots.
Oh
Oh, I think we
Poor
killed the
baby.
baby.
no! Fook! I'm still in it. I'm still in it.
A baby has 1.
Oh
Unfortunately, the baby was being held by a woman in armor who is fast enough to turn, but since it is almost time, I'm going to run. She almost drops the baby. Someone, I don't care who, give me a roll on the baby endangerment.
Except for
What's
me, right?
that?
Where is it? Baby horrible death or baby endangerment chart?
Baby
Uh,
horrible death.
Yeah, there's a baby horrible death roll at the bottom of the screen. By the way, quick shout outs to Opera Geek. Thank you for the raid. Super appreciate that.
Yay.
For just joining us. We're endangering babies.
So this one?
Physics lesson. Okay. Okay. So, normally, here's how things would go. Babies weigh an amount, and it's a little in fact, but if you stop holding a baby, it will move towards the ground rather swiftly. In fact, due to their density and lack of wind resistance, they will move towards the ground at a very high and predictable speed. Unfortunately, the ground is denser, and so when the baby comes into contact, the kinetic energy has to go somewhere. The baby takes 9.8 damage per second.
Per second squared.
Per second squared, actually. Yes.
second
And we'll
per
say for
second.
simplicity's sake that it takes 2 seconds to hit the ground. Now, as this woman is a halfling, and the baby itself is also a halfling, they have the lucky feet. And so, this baby bounces off the ground and right back into the woman's arms.
Truly, it's a bouncing baby boy.
Yes.
Great. Perfect. Amazing.
As the arrow-strewn corpse of Rock goes falling. Oh, wait. We have to roll how much damage Rock takes, because Rock might survive this. This happens occasionally.
Survive a death?
Yeah, they're not all guaranteed kills. You got hit by arrows from out of nowhere.
It was like 2d6 or something?
Mhm.
I think it's only 2d6, so go ahead and roll 2d6.
Eek.
See if it's less than your total hits. 12. So, what's your armor?
I have 6 armor, 7 hits. That's 13. So then I would
So
have
you're at 1?
Yeah.
Okay. So you, riddled with
lives.
arrows, standing there, watch this baby bounce back up into the woman's arms, and she just looks over at you and throws a knife.
Oh.
Can I die
All right.
anyway?
What's your agility? Let's say 2.
2.
All right, she got underneath her ego and just hits you just square in the middle of the forehead with a thrown knife
So,
as you fall dead to the ground. Take 1.5 victory points for an entertaining series of events. All right. Yeeter, this is going to be your last turn.
hmm
So,
Am I able to get up there with where all of the things are happening?
sure, you have movement of 9. Let's say you can teleport once. Teleport somewhere once.
Whee! I'm going to teleport to where this amazingness is happening.
Okay.
And as I do, I'm going to cast my spell, which renders me invisible as long as I keep my hands crossed like Dracula. So there might be some like camera weirdness going on.
Like it's a vampire LARP. I understand completely. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm going to head up there, and I want to steal the baby.
How are you? You just invisibly walk through.
Mm-hmm.
I forget. Is Glort still alive?
Me? Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got 2 hits left. Come at
Glort
me,
is
world.
blocking the path.
I stand strong. I spit out the blood into tubes.
You will
and
have
it's
to do
like-
something to get past Glort and Tordek, the dwarf.
Honestly, Tordak's more of the threat. This weird wide human is in our way.
I want to wiggle through them, like
All right,
in
give me a
between their
wiggle.
legs.
Difficulty is going to be 3.
Okay, and this one's reflexes?
Yes. All right, a failure. Go ahead and roll. Give yourself 2 horrible death checks and roll, because I don't think you can explode at this point. Okay.
And yet,
Apparently you can explode. So you invisibly, Yeeter the Third comes strutting up. Give me a, let's go with the outside chart.
Okay.
how
This
is
makes
that-
me so happy.
You know what? I'm not gonna question.
Did you
Outcome 2, hit by a wagon. Let's make this work, people.
did you actually remember to remove the check from the previous
That's
one?
what I was just
I
wondering.
did, yeah. I did.
Holy
Someone always
shit.
told you to look both ways when crossing the stairs. But growing up, the caves didn't have stairs. So it must have been Uncle Crazy Blatz. Guess he wasn't so crazy after all. If it makes you feel bad, it was you who convinced your family that eating him would be easier than listening to his mad ravings. Oh well. You are stuck trying to figure out your left from your right as a drunken teamster races by in a wagon, flattening your left, or is it right foot, before careening into a nearby tree outside. So if you had been taking 2 steps, if you had been a few steps further ahead, you'd be dead for sure. Take 2 damage, and the rest of the game, the player and kobold must walk with a limp while walking. And remember, never drink and jive, folks.
Oh, so I'm not actually dead.
You take 2 damage. As this
Awesome.
cart comes careening through, up the stairs, clips you, and goes right above Tordek and Glort, crashing out of the house and then into the tree behind you.
Yeah. Great.
You know, just 'cause that's how it works.
But because that's how it's Donnie Darkoed. Okay. All right. Flea, it is now your turn.
The wagon that hits Yeeter the Third,
Mhm.
does the baby fly out and that Flea has a chance to catch the baby?
I never said anything about a baby in a wagon, but sure.
No, Yeeter had a baby when the wagon
Had a
hit.
baby. No. Yeeter
No, I
didn't
was
have the
making
baby.
my way in.
This was all the run up
Ah.
to do that.
Mhm.
Then Flea is just going to get at least within flinging distance to get some fertilizer and the slingshot and hopefully fling it at that dwarf.
All right. The difficulty is going to be 3, and it's an ego check.
Okay. Just because, like, again, like I have the slingshot, I was wondering, like, is there anything else that I have on hand?
You tell me.
Well,
Gumption.
like, I have winning smile.
Yeah, didn't bring that into play.
Oh.
And you can't put that in a sling.
No, but I can't smile as I'm
Well,
throwing
humans
it.
won't attack you while you're smiling.
Oh, but there is
That's
a
what it
dwarf
does.
in the way.
What it does
Yeah,
is
I'm
humans
aiming
won't
for
attack
the
you.
dwarf.
Okay. 3 difficulty.
And Okay, that brings it hopefully to 2, maybe?
I need a little more.
Eh.
Just a little. Okay, yes,
Oh,
2.
God.
Down to 2.
What are you doing to that dog? And please stop.
That's why I wanted to stop short. And then, may 4 annoy you!
All right, take a Kobold Harbor Death check first.
Okay.
As Vor doesn't rouse from his own drunken post New Year's Eve slumber.
Okay.
All right.
So
And
that-
now roll to that attack.
Okay, so now is that an ego at 1 difficulty now?
Yes.
Okay, I have a chance.
What is your ego?
I have 5 ego!
Hey! All right, so you do damage to him, hitting him in the face with this, I'll say. Kind of blinding him a little bit, but it's still blocking the path. You're not going to be... Well, yeah. You can run up there, but the baby's still being held by a dangerous woman who throws knives.
Baby?
You're not going to do enough to kill the... She goes, "Aw," and then throws a knife at you.
Can I catch the knife?
I mean, with
With
your body.
reflex?
Oh, you're a kobold.
Yes, but I have a high
Oh no,
reflex.
that's true. You can make a roll to catch the knife. Difficulty 1 reflex.
Okay.
Success. You jump directly into the knife. Take 7 damage.
Okay, just double checking. That means armor.
Armor first, and then hits.
Okay, so that would make it down to. I only have okay, so I'm only about half damage then, and armor
Okay.
is down to 0 then.
All right. So you're in the room with the baby and the knife throwing woman.
Kevin,
All
you're
right.
my favorite GM.
If you want to catch the knife, you can catch it. It's just gonna hit your chest. All right. Snooter, we're gonna do a quick round. Snooter, Glory, and then Rock.
All right, I'm going after the baby.
All right. All right. So you can get next to it, but that baby now is wary of you, and you have to try to catch it. It is going to try to wriggle away from you. So give me some kind of agility reflex 3. Yeah, reflex 3. It's agility is 3. Difficulty
Okay.
3. That's the word I'm looking for. Words are fun. Success. The time baby briefly teleports between seconds, accidentally ending up right in your arms. You have this baby. It goes, yeah. Do you make a beeline for the cave?
I do indeed.
Okay. So you get back to the cave, and you put it in the basket. And the visor says, "Huh, wait here a moment." At which point we will cut back to Glort. You get 1. You're on death's door. You thought that cart had you.
Yeah. Really kind of wish I'd grab the back of it and just run the hell out of this place. I'm just gonna like point at the dwarf and just do like the little like, and then run home.
All right, so give me a wriggle or something to get past, just anything. Because he using 3rd edition rules
have
gets an
wiggle.
attack of opportunity.
I have. Oh, Christ, you mother!
So if you
You
can
delightful person.
you need to exceed on a wiggle, which will be your acrobatics check, DC 15, to get.
Okay, so was that reflexes then?
Roll. You know what? Let's just break the system. Roll a d20. Let's say you have a +5.
Roll a d20. /R1d20
You
plus
gotta make that
5.
acrobatics. Well, your kobold, you get +6.
It's a 15, baby.
15, perfect. All right, so you succeed at a 15 using your acrobatics skill to deftly avoid the attack of opportunity
AOO for
that
you,
Tordak
baby.
does not get to make as you leave as you move between squares in his threatened area.
Yes, I step
He does
5 feet away
not.
from him.
He is not of a level where he has combat reflexes and will get a second one.
And then for my second action, I take a move action to get the hell away from him. Yeah, and
Alright,
I'm just hauling ass back to the cave. Screw this.
So you make your way back to the cave holding Rick's caliber.
Yeah.
All right. And Rock, are you still alive or are you dead? I forget.
Well, I'm Rocky now.
Oh, Rocky now?
Yeah.
Well, You walk up and the visor's like, we're running low on time. The feast commences shortly.
Fine, I'll just do my nails.
All right.
Character blade.
Okay. With all of that, with Snooter, they lift you up on their shoulders. The visor walks in, punching the torch, and says, "This kobold, Snooter, has brought us the tot of time. The temporal toddler. Baby New Year." There's a hush over the crowd as everyone goes, mmm. The stew is assembled. So brown sauce is the main ingredient to the stew. So much chicken. Let's see, what else was brought back? Anything? No?
No.
Did anyone have anything on them when they came back?
Excalibur.
Rex Caliber?
I have a knife.
Throw the knife in.
Knife in!
As you go to throw the knife in, give me a Kobold Horrible Death check. To see if someone does something. You invoked war.
Kobold, horrible death, right?
Just check. Kobold Horrible Death check. So add a check to your zeros and then roll it. Damn, you still success. So someone goes to push you in and they fall past you.
Hey!
Into the
Poor
stew.
boy!
The stew is now even more delicious and flavorful because putting you in there might, with your horrible foul smell, might actually have taken away from the taste. As the group of you gather, the stew of the year is served to King Torg.
All hail King Torg!
Okay. And as King Torg starts
All hail King Torg!
All hail King Torg!
My wife is gonna fucking kill me.
They starts eating it, and you can see King Torg.
All hail King Torg!
All hail King Torg!
He ages down about 15 years, looking still enormous. In fact, a little more so. And ever more hungry, but a little more like maybe a dragon.
Oh.
And the stew is served to all of you. And as you eat the stew, it is 2021 as you have eaten the year of 2020.
Yes!
Oh, God, I love Kobolds, my baby. I love this game.
Oh, happy stew year, everybody.
Happy Stew
Happy Stew Year!
So,
That was fabulous.
thank you everyone for joining us on this weirdness. It was a lot of fun to think about and play, and I enjoy this game so much. It's silly. It's from Ninth Level Games. I highly recommend it. It's not that expensive at all, and really a lot of fun for a one-shot. So, let's go around, tell people who we are and where we can find us. Let's go if they can find you anywhere. And if not, that's also great. Thank you for playing. Let us know who you are. So, let's start with Snooter.
I was Sorkia. I unfortunately do not do social media, so
Hey, sometimes that's a healthy choice.
very much so.
Yeah. All right.
Facts.
Glort Godkill, our producer and wonderful, wonderful person.
Hello, my name is Fox, or I remain Fox Barrett at Fox_Barrett on the Twitter, where you can find me mostly making threatening motions at 2020, actually, because 2019 was kind of a shit year, so, like, 2020, watch yourself. God, what am I in right now? I'm in a Firefly game over on Dice Priori, twitch.tv/Dice Priori. Go check it out. It's every Tuesday.
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 At 9:30ish?
Eastern time? Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. Sorry, I don't have my notes up in front of me because I'm looking for someone to raid. I'm also going to be in games upcoming soon, starting next week. In fact, I think this coming weekend. Hey, Kate, you're in the chat. We're this weekend, right? Yeah, this Sunday we are going to be playing a I feel weird announcing this here, but sure, screw it. We're gonna be playing a worldwide wrestling game called PWN Presents Slaughter. It's it's gonna be a very Saturday morning cartoon kind of like It's like the Attitude Era, but it's a shitty West Coast promotion that nobody knows about. Runs on like a what are they called? A local
UHF
channel.
station?
Yeah, basically, essentially. So it's gonna be fantastic. Me and Midair in the chat is going to be running it, and it's going to be a mess. That's the big thing I'm excited about being in next. And then I have other things coming down the pike that will be announced at a later time, but those are the two things you can catch me on right now. I'm very on my back foot. I'm flat-footed, in fact, and I've lost my dex bonus to AC. Haha.
I'm sorry, I threw
3.5
any third
dex.
edition at you.
I know, you absolute bat. Thank you, Kevin. This was...
You're welcome.
What a way to come back, man. I have to say real quick, Kobolds Ate My Baby being run by Kevin last year about this time was how I joined this channel. This has been a wonderful bookend. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I gotta go find somebody to raid.
All right, Rocky. Formerly Rock, formerly Chaff.
Chaff. Yes. Hi, I'm Michelle. You can find me on Twitter at Michelle Ely. Starting next Tuesday, Rifts will be back. I play Jovra, and it's run by our game master here, Kevin. If you think this is nuts, that's basically sort of like Rifts. Rifts is crazy as well. It's vampires and dinosaurs and other things. Yeah. So come by Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern to watch us.
Yeeter the Third.
Hey, I go by Ulfrig online. I don't do social media, but I would like to throw some light to the Twitter ASL for RPG. They are doing amazing work creating custom signs for people who play Dungeons and Dragons, Pathfinder, all of that. The signs are also really cool. So like Ranger is bow person, Fire Hands looks like you're casting the spell.
Huh.
Like
Nice.
They're doing cool work. If you're at all interested in accessibility in gaming, ASL for RPG on Twitter.
All right, that is awesome. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. All right, Flea.
Hello. I am Michael Wayne. I'm often usually just in the back, making gifs anytime there's clips for Welcome to the Party. I'm here and there. I believe I got a game with Raven, and I have a secret project I would like to tell you involving Welcome to the Party, but I can't yet. Ugh.
Just follow you on media then, and
Yes.
as soon as you are able, you'll announce it.
Yes. Or you can follow the Patreon for Welcome to the Party. It's very good.
It is, and worth every penny. All right, finally me. I am Kevin Myers. I've been your GM, maybe, I guess, for the evening. And thank you all. Kobolds is just one of the things I love. And okay, so before we go, I've got to say the store was called Weeby Babies.
You
God
damn it.
You entered the ye oldie powdery millie, which was ready to explode. The info booths were both true. Let's see, the Chocobo Stables. The Totally Legitimate Inn was another restaurant. You went to McQueen's, which was a fun place. There was a place called Wave Kickers Paddle Boat Rental. And number 22 on the map was, and I quote, "I don't know, a ghost or something."
And that's how you prep, y'all.
And that's how you prep for this game. Though you should probably learn the rules. Next time I'll try. All right. So actually, no, you shouldn't. All right. So thank you everybody for joining us in this funness. And we are gonna go. Oh, hi, Wiley Hobbit. I see you rating right now, but we're just about to bounce you to another thing. So stay on.
Yeah, I can't.
There's a lot of good fun.
There's
if you
like
wanna go back
nobody
and watch the
online right
VOD.
now, so like I have nothing to raid to. Like I can't find anything online right now.
All right, so let's. Yeah, most of the people I go to are.
Yeah, like
not
I
online.
checked like 14 different channels, dude. Like nobody.
Well, just
Weirdly
click on
enough,
the
nobody's
tabletop
on.
RPGs thing.
Oh god.
And we are third on that list. Ooh, no one is on.
Nobody's on. You know what? It's New Year's Day. It's all right. Hey, thank you for the love. You know, go around, spread it, watch more RPGs. But we're just gonna go. It's
Check
fine.
out our VOD real quick. Let me talk to our sponsors. Roll20.net, amazing stuff. We used it for this game. It's really, really great. Oh my god, my brain's shorting out. Rue Inc. at Devin Rue, Mistress of Maps, doing amazing work at rueinc.com. Tabletop Loot, which does amazing dice and other things, including a very special Rainbow D20 that Michael Wayne is showing up and looks amazing. And So Nerdwear, it's what the nerds wear. and does official merch for the channel and other great channels. So check out all our sponsors. We thank them so much. Thank you for joining us. And yeah, check out our Patreon, our Discord, links below, and come join the fun. I pulled this group from different, just from the Discords. So yeah, that's how I joined. I joined the Discord, and then I was in a game a week later, and then I spent a year on Wednesdays. Yeah. So thank you very much, everybody. All right. So do we have a raid moving or
No,
or
like I do, like
nothing?
yeah.
Can't find anything.
We're just gonna shut it down. It's fine.
Okay. So thank you everyone for joining us. We'll catch you next time and have a great night. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.